Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in Monday through Thursday. We do what's called therapy session. Therapy session Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock. Friday. Well, y'all know what happens on Friday. Friday and Sunday night are both Friday and Sunday Night Live. They are the two live shows where we also have call-ins. All shows, all 6 days a week, have guests. Tune in October 1st. I got to put the fire on here. October 1st, we will start doing what is called couples therapy, where we highlight love and relationships. Okay? Also, hustlefit.com. Go get not only your merch, but also go ahead and get the clothes. Men's, women, children. Ladies, y'all are Vixen Men Hustle Fit, and we got HP Kids. Let the whole family go out matching. Looking damn good. Feeling good. Y'all already know how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for another episode of No Cap Reacts. We are at therapy session. My name is Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'em. And we are back in the building with another episode. And, well, tonight I have a very, very special guest in the building. She tends to play in the world of not only is she about her money, but she's also gonna get your money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
So without further ado, we'll go ahead and let her introduce herself.
It's time.
Let the world know who you are. Uh-oh, say that again.
It's Lindsay Lee.
Lindsay Lee. All right, if the people wanted to find you, where can they find you at?
My best place is Twitter. So it's the Lindsay Lee, Saylee. And you'll see some spicy stuff on there. So
Spicy stuff.
It's not safe for work. We'll just say that.
She said, don't be at work checking her out on Twitter.
Don't be at work in the bathroom. They're going to hear it. Don't put that noise on.
Okay, so me personally, because you're not the first, we're on YouTube, so we'll stay YouTube friendly.
Yeah,
you're
we're
not the
gonna stay friendly.
first corn star or someone that has also done OnlyFans,
Frisky things.
official fans
Official.
on my show. So, what I've maintained to do is not stay on your page and watch your content. Because I tell people all the time, I keep it very professional, and I am still a man. So, when you walk through the door, or when we meet at the front, I'd like to look at you as just a nice young lady, untouched by the world.
I'm God's child.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, let's talk about some of the things that you have put yourself into. So they can find you on Twitter. Anywhere else?
Yeah, my Instagram is very Instagram friendly, so a little bit better for you. It's the same name, an X at the end. Lots of stuff from the AVN show and XBiz last year. So, you know, and I've got lots of girls from the same agency, so I do a lot of fun collabs and content with them.
All right, so you say fun collab, so you are equal opportunity fucker.
Yes, I love the women. Let's just say that.
Don't we all?
I know, right?
I mean, how could you say no to a beautiful body?
Literally. There's so many out there. I get caught looking. I'm like, I gotta behave. You know, or I'll be comparing and I'm like, damn, how does she get
What's
her
she
butt to look
doing
like
that I'm not doing?
I know. What is she doing? I gotta ask her. Yeah, but I admire women for sure. You know?
Perfect. I mean, it's hard not to admire a beautiful woman. That's like the spice of life. All right. So the way we do things here is we talk a lot of shit. We have a lot of fun. I'm gonna ask you some questions. Usually, give people some background, see who you are and things like that, and let them relate to you before they go masturbate to you. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, we got to get personal first, right?
Yeah, that's how you reel them in.
Yeah, that's
All right.
the right way to do it.
So, where are you originally from?
Arizona, born and raised, South Arizona. I've got a little bit of a drawl sometimes. My family makes fun of me. They're like, none of us have that but you. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say you sound like you might be from Texas.
I
or
know.
Some shit.
I don't know why. I can't even stand the Texan accent. And, if I have any Texan fans, I'm sorry. But I'm putting that out there right now. I definitely don't want to sound like that. But
Well, I'm not a fan of the state of Texas, and I'm definitely not a fan of the cowgirls. So,
no?
hell no.
Yeah, they're all fake. Like, you bought boots and you think that makes you a cow wrangler. That is not.
Like
You are not it.
Sorry, but your team loses a lot too, so
I
it's
know.
like, the hell is going on?
I
This year
know.
is our year. No, it's not. Neither was
It's
last
not your
year. So,
Not for
All
the
right.
Cardinals either.
but they're not they're not delusional.
Right.
They don't
yeah.
call themselves America's team.
They know better.
Yes, they're smart. Let's say that.
A little smarter.
All right, so grew up in good old Southern Arizona. What was it like for you growing up in Arizona?
I'm not going to say awful. I think that you can always look at the positive in life. And I have a big family, so I love keeping in touch with everyone. I still talk to both my sisters. They're very successful professional women, so I'm very proud of them.
You're dragging them all down.
I know. I'm the rebel. I'm the tatted and pierced and, everything else I do. But
Okay. Teenage years. What was it like as a teenager in good old Arizona?
ooh, I was a skater girl.
Skater
know?
girl. Can you skate still?
I can. I have some pretty fucked up joints, but I can still skate. And I was awkward. I was kind of that loner, kind of emo girl, stuck to myself. I went to a private Christian high school, which didn't really help.
Oh, that's
And,
where a bad girl comes from.
I know. Hey, I was homeschooled.
You were
till high
sheltered,
school.
so because of all of the sheltering, you're like, I gotta break out of the shell.
I was so sheltered. I was literally homeschooled till almost high school. And,
Then you saw boys and said,
I actually was very good. I didn't even lose my virginity till after high school. So I was praise the Lord.
that is a very rare.
I know. I was holding out.
Holding out
I was holding
or
out.
holding on?
One or the other. Unfortunately, I did give my first blowjob before I got my first kiss, and that was very depressing. I thought I would still get the kiss, and I was like, it never happened. I was like, wow, I just got used.
Wait,
Like,
hold up. How do you give a blowjob before you get a first kiss?
I don't know. I went right for it because it was my first time, and I was like, you know what?
So it was your first time giving head too?
Yeah, it was my first time giving head.
So
And
how do you think you did?
It would last like 8 seconds, so I had to be pretty good. But
Oh, so he blew his load in 8 seconds?
8 seconds, and I was like,
Fucking, he's not even a bull rider.
I was like, this is easy. If this is what it is, I can do that.
He said
That's about how long it was.
he went for his.
Comes the money.
Here we go.
It was terrible.
Okay, now so first time doing it. What'd you do with the load?
I swallowed, and I was like, this is the most disgusting thing ever.
Oh, you actually swallowed too?
I did. I've never been a quitter. It's got to be real gross.
Oh my
quit.
God, she
Yeah.
might be a real winner. Well, okay, so then that's why you didn't get the kiss, right?
But you should have done it beforehand. You shoulda-
Okay, so no, because like you said, you went for it.
I did.
You do understand, like
Yeah, it's on me.
as a man, if you just go for it, like we're like, oh, she's all in. All right, let's.
Just accept it.
She took on the challenge. She took it and okay, I don't have to do
Winner.
anything.
That's funny. Yeah, it was my fault.
How old were you
For
when
sure.
that happened?
Oh, God, I had to be, I think I was 15.
15.
I was 15.
So no wonder you held on to your virginity. You were a very young head doctor.
Yeah, and it's so sad, and only my sisters know this, but like I lost my virginity behind my church, and all the time I'm always like, I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
She is such a bad girl.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm never gonna live that down, but
Oh my God.
I've always been a good influence for others, though.
A good influence. I bet whoever lost it behind the church, it was a real good influence. She influenced me to give my life to the Lord. I'm coming to church on a regular basis, at least as long as she's coming.
Just as long as she's there.
If she's coming, I know I'm coming. Literally.
I saw what you did there. That was sneaky. Play on words. Good job.
All right. So, high school, homeschool, they finally, released the rain. Did you go to college?
I did some college. I actually went to culinary school, and I was a pastry chef for a while, and that was what I wanted to do. And I loved it. I actually did my little sister's wedding.
So you
cake
went
and
from
stuff.
making buns to slinging buns.
Pretty much. No, but I loved it. I still cook too,
From baking
up.
cakes to giving cakes.
to giving cake.
From putting cream.
I had to grow a cake before I could give cake.
From putting creams in the pies to taking the creams in the pies.
Exactly.
So, okay. 15. Okay, so between 15, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
18.
18. So for 3 years, were you then the head technician?
Honestly, no. That was the only time. And then I did finally get my real first kiss, my first boyfriend. And I was with the same guy for 5 years. I was a very loyal, dedicated person. So I only had one body count till I was 21. And
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah, I know. I'll hear girls in high school. I mean, when I went to high school, I saw girls pregnant, and I was like, oh, dear Lord. I was like, that won't be me.
I don't want that.
That will not be me. Yeah.
Okay. So 18 to 21, same guy. Finally got your first kiss. Took your first penis. What was that experience like?
It was painful.
It-
But you know what? It's crazy because I meet so many girls that they're not very sexual, and I think it just depends on every girl, every person, just how sexual they are. I'm a very sexual person, so I have to have a partner that's going to be able to keep up. And I'm not saying I've never cheated. I'm not a cheater, but if you're not, keeping up with me, we're gonna have some talks, or we gotta figure it out. So
See, now I hear women say that, and I'm always curious as what keeping up means, because most women actually can't keep up.
Oh, please. That has definitely never been a complaint of me.
Well, I'm not saying that it's well, we as men don't complain, because as long as we get some pussy, we're happy. But
really?
fuck yeah. But
Maybe every guy is different.
sometimes we're like, I really want to fuck again, but she's out for the count. She just took her ass to sleep and shit, and I'm sitting here where's round 2?
Okay, if I smoke too much and I fall asleep, that's on me. But normally, you could just wake my ass up. I'm good to go. So.
What's the longest you've ever had sex in a relationship?
Oh, God. In a relationship?
In a relationship.
I want to say it was 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah, in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Yeah, took an edible.
So weed does that for you?
It does. I'm not a big smoker. I don't smoke every day, but it's a great decompressant. And you know what? It makes sex feel a whole lot better. I don't know how or why. I could probably get into the science behind it, but
it enhances the mood. So I am not an avid smoker anymore, but I can say this: back when I was a regular smoker, whew, if I was around the guys, it was I just want to fuck y'all up. Y'all better get the hell out of my personal space. If I'm smoking and I'm around my chick or chicks, it's I could fuck the shit out of you forever.
Or chicks.
Well,
what?
Oh.
Now you have to explain.
Okay, so let's just go with my first girlfriend. We were together for 7 years, and about halfway through that, her girlfriend became our girlfriend. So I had two girlfriends,
Okay.
and yeah,
You were winning.
and then well, now in my my olden golden age, my sex drive has increased. It hasn't gone down.
Really?
Yeah, and I've actually made plenty of jokes on here. Well, they're really not jokes, but there's been some certain people where, yeah, I putting 3 to sleep. I'm trying to put 4 to sleep. I'm actually trying. I'm all about pushing myself. So at a very young age, I read a book called Red Book, and it teaches you how to control when you explode. So I've mastered that for a very long time now.
So see, you're a good influence for people as well.
I'm an amazing influence, and actually, I've done a church before.
You're teaching them young boys how to hold it back, huh?
Actually, I've taught a couple of people how to. He's like, I can't make it past like 4 minutes. I'm like, fuck, man, let me teach you some things.
Let me show you some.
Go home. No, I ain't finna show you. I'm gonna tell you. Someone says 6 hours on an edible. Wow.
6 hours. Yeah.
Oh, and on an edible, that's a full body high.
And I would say I'm used to doing most of the work, which I'm not going to complain about.
Most of the work.
After leg day, that shit sucks.
No, see now that's another thing too. Is like I'm a worker bear.
You're a worker bear.
Yeah, because I'm too big to be a fucking bee. So I'm a worker bear. I like to be tossing them around and flipping them and folding them and all that shit. You actually get to relax and enjoy the goodness.
Honestly, I feel like most guys I've ever met, they want to sit and take it. And I'm like, you guys are really the pillow princes. There's no pillow princess. There's the pillow princes when it comes to me.
I mean, there's some guys that, maybe they just like to be taken advantage of a little bit. I've always said this.
And I don't mind.
I'm looking for a group of girls. Come run a train on me, please.
Girl gang.
Girl gang, let's go. I want
exists.
I want you guys to literally be like clapping hands like we showed that motherfucker.
Yeah, I think they call it reverse gang. I've seen quite a few videos of that. And because the girls I follow, obviously, they're all in the industry and stuff.
I've never seen that.
No?
No,
There's
never.
a lot of them. Why they're starting to gain popularity.
I'm
but
gonna
it's
look
newer.
them up and send out some emails.
Yeah, you should. That's something.
First, you can come be a guest on the show, and then I keep saying I'm gonna start a. No, my brother told me yesterday I need to start Pornhub.
Really?
They have live podcasts on Pornhub.
What?
Yeah, so
I'm really not
we do
on
this
there.
exact same thing. I watched this chick yesterday. She basically sits there topless with her man, but like they invite other girls on, and then once the chick is just like, I can't take it anymore. I just want to suck his cock.
Oh, that's funny.
So they go do it, and then it just goes from there.
That's pretty. I don't think I've ever seen any live streams where they do that, where it's more of a podcast setting and then they get into it.
I know. I keep saying that's the casting couch. You have no idea.
Yeah.
People have no idea.
Little did I know.
You're really on the casting couch. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have Lindsay Lee. She's ready. She's ripe. She's young. She's right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Her first lover of today is Grogu, a.k.a. Baby Yoda. She's like,
Does he even? I'm not even gonna ask that.
does he what?
I was about to be like, for Baby Yoda, I have always wondered. I'm like, what is the genitalia like? What does he have down there? Like, we need to know.
Lift up his shirt. He'll show you.
Does he actually have something under there?
Look and find out.
Hold on. We gotta see this.
She's really
There's
doing
nothing
it.
down
I
there.
know. I just want to see if you were really going to do it.
I've always been curious. They should make like an X-rated version.
An anatomically correct Grogu.
Yeah. Or you know how like Adult Swim used to do all kinds of crazy shows like Robot Chicken and stuff. They should do an X-rated Star Wars and you reveal some of the alien
Well, if
junk.
you know what, if you want to be the first, that you have already looked under his shirt, right? You could be the first person on the podcast to officially Grogu his first kiss.
Oh my god. To kiss Yoda?
Kiss him.
Man, what if he got like herpes or some shit?
He's a virgin. He's just
he's a
what you.
virgin?
He's a virgin.
He's a virgin.
He has been untouched. Well,
I'll
no,
kiss
you
his
just
cheek.
you actually literally just took his damn his clothing virginity.
Revealing poor baby Yoda to the world. I don't
So-
think that counts as
True.
underage.
Plus, you might want. He's young. You could get in trouble fucking with him.
I know. I was about to say you're trying to get me in trouble. Don't get me caught up, man.
She's like, don't get me caught up.
I have had underage people DM me, and I'm like, we're not even going there. Go back to Barney and whatever the fuck else you should be watching.
I love you.
I know, seriously. Like, where are your parents? Get
All
off
right.
Twitter.
So, 18 to 21 first relationship.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
Honestly, I thought they were gonna be like the one because you're young. We knew each other for a very long time.
Look, she
And,
says he's never been touched. I watch the show all the time.
That's so funny.
He's just been touched.
He's just been touched. I ruined. But you know what? I like popping cherries, so I popped you.
You wore red, so
Exactly.
actually, hold on. Let me go back to that camera view real quick. We blood and crippin' today.
We are. That's terrible. I didn't even realize that till you just.
That's
But
crazy.
I had to represent. You know, they send me merch all the time when I do stuff. For
Hold
them,
on,
so,
let me change camera view. Show that again.
You know, I got this for Christmas
Team
last
Ski.
year. Yeah, they send me merch and I do little promo videos for them, and they've been very good. I like working with
Ah,
them. so.
skeet, 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 skeet.
Skeet skeet. What was that freaking that that Pete Davidson rap? Yeet.
That's crazy.
I'm not even gonna try. You
So-
did it way better.
18, 21. What ended the relationship?
He just broke my heart.
He
You
broke
know?
your heart?
Yeah, and looking back, I'm like, thank God. Everything happens for a reason.
So when you say he broke your heart, elaborate.
He literally just blocked me one day, and his mom ended up telling me that we were over. He had his mommy do it for him.
Oh, shit.
But no, I knew him for a really long time, and I think he just didn't have the courage to like come out and talk to me about it. And
Well, it's hard to tell girls, no and goodbye, and because you guys you take it so.
we take it so harsh.
No, we take it harder than
You think
anybody.
you take it harder?
We take it way harder.
I think that all
You
depends.
get over that shit and will go get under somebody else, and you're like, well, okay.
That's not true.
No, like it is so fucking true.
I think it depends on the person, because
Women
no, I
get
definitely
over
would say
men easily.
depends.
Y'all will sit there for I don't know, about a month or so, and then all of a sudden you get from having tears to fuck his ass, he ain't shit.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
I'm gonna go
Lord.
do my shit and live my life,
Comes the money.
and then all of a sudden here comes Adrian, and you're like,
Adrian.
yeah, that's a good name. I just
Pick a better name, like Dan.
Dan. That's a better name than Adrian.
It's definitely a better name than Adrian.
Oh shit.
All the Adrians I know of are like some ghetto ass shit. I don't know.
All right, so here's the question:
Okay.
when you date, are you team BBC or team?
I don't have a preference. I really don't. I've dated a little bit of a spectrum, so I'm not somebody who like seeks.
You're
one
an
or the
equal
other.
opportunity
I'm
dater.
an equal opportunist dater.
Good
Yes,
shit. Okay.
Absolutely.
There you go. She's equal opportunity. So all
It's
of
all
my
about personality.
all of my lovely everybody's your free game. What about women? What do you prefer in your type of woman?
You know what's so funny? I think I switch up a little bit with women. I actually did date a couple women last year, and or I tried to, but they're very emotional and dramatic.
Big surprise.
creatures.
Now you understand when
I
we go
know.
through.
I was like, I'm swapping teams again.
This
but
bitch is crazy.
literally. But I like some of the women to be I guess submissive. I want to be the dominant one when it's women, so I really like to be the one in control.
Imagine that.
I know.
Again, so you want the same thing that we asked for.
Literally. And you know what? I love threesomes with a guy I'm dating or a guy I'm seeing because I like seeing his face when he's like, oh my God, this is really happening. And then like I'm dominant with her and he's like, oh my God. I like doing that. It's actually a lot of fun. So I like being
you would hate me. I'm never like,
Why?
because I'm never like the oh my God.
No, you're not surprised by anything
No.
or impressed.
Okay, so again, okay, you don't know, but
I don't know.
I did music. I was signed to Sony from 2006 to 2012. I've traveled. Never gonna sit here and say that I didn't play with some groupies. I've also dated some very high-profile women.
Okay.
There's a lot of freaky things that happen on tour buses and
I bet.
and hotel rooms and things such as that. So and then again, from 12 to 19, at like 15, 16 years old, I was in a trifecta. So like even after that, when I had another threesome, it wasn't like a big deal.
Okay, that's
Most
true.
guys are like, oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Me, when I got my first apartment, my first place, my girl lived with me with her girlfriend. Or I had both of my girlfriends live. I'd come home to them on the couch eating each other pussy, playing with each other.
Wow.
I'm like, cool, let
What
me
a
jump in the
dream.
shower real quick. Boom, go get it.
You were living the dream every man
Yeah, like
wishes he
I could be there and one chick's there and I'm like, in the
Yeah.
mood.
So you were conditioned, so nothing was really gonna
Yeah, so
shock you. or-
again,
yeah.
I need like 4, 5, 6. Like then I'm gonna be like, okay,
That many girls?
Cause now it's like, all right, so how I'm gonna tackle this? Like, I gotta make sure.
Gotta have a
'cause-
game plan.
Yeah, like no, I really am. I do gameplay in the shit. Also I used to be an athlete, so
Oh, so he's getting
when you look at it, it's like you gotta draw up the play, and then you have to play with each one to figure out like the little different things. Cause like, oh, she comes quickly. She's a squirter. She's a leg shaker. She's a shudderer. She just likes to have her pussy eaten.
That's
That's
a lot
what
of
does it for her. The man's job is harder than what you think.
You don't understand how hard it is as a man.
But this is the thing. The best part about it is it's gonna be hard as fuck. So we're gonna be all good.
You'll be good for a little while.
All right.
But okay, so if you had 2 girls though, did you have enough load for them all the time? Like how often were you coming? Like how much you coming in a night with these 2 girls?
Okay, so I will always say this. The first one, imagine, you know when you go to the vending machine and you grab your chocolate milk or your little milk carton thing? Okay. That's the first load.
Okay.
Everyone the next one, oh, you're in for a treat. Hope you're ready because it ain't happening for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh shit, okay.
So you're
waiting.
definitely taking some. You be ready for the ride.
Chocolate milk, huh?
Yeah, probably not
I've
chocolate
never
milk.
had anyone explain their load as chocolate milk. That's
Just
like,
the size of the first load is pretty fucking ridiculous. The second one is
oh my goodness.
It's just there.
When you're talking about chocolate milk, it's making me think of that story of a white mom trying to explain to her daughter why they don't match. Well, when I was pregnant, I drank chocolate milk. And you came out like this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was probably the wrong one.
And where is Dad? Well, he went to get the milk.
Dad went to get the milk, but the milkman was coming by anyway. So I was like, let's go ahead and play with the milkman and see what he's really about.
Oh gosh, those scenarios they do are the script. I gotta tell you, the scripts I read sometimes, I don't know who they hire for these scripts.
So yeah, trust me,
They crack me
we're gonna
up.
get all into that. What got you into the lifestyle, the
industry.
the adult entertainment industry?
You know what? Nothing was planned. I've never been a girl who was like, I want to do this for a living. It's totally by accident. And when I broke up with that first love of mine, I was like, wow, I really don't know much about anything with relationships or sex or whatnot besides him. So I was pretty sheltered, and I had Brittany Amber. Do you know that name from the industry?
No, but I can truly say that
She's a MILF now.
I'm pretty far removed from that
Yeah,
world.
I know. I say names just in case because I never who's a connoisseur and who's not.
See, I'm not a connoisseur at all.
But-
The last person that I remember was Ivanka Trump, and not of that, and that's like 90
I was about to
fucking
say.
394.
Before I was
just
born.
a fucking Mexican goddess with the fattest ass and just pretty. She had the prettiest.
That's still a
Pussy.
big trend. That's still a big trend, but
Well, as a black man, I'm definitely an ass man, and then I don't know. There's something about a pretty cookie.
those Miami girls, man. But Brittany Amber had reached out to me, and I worked 2-3 jobs. I've always helped my mom with bills, so I've always worked more than 2 jobs, or 2 jobs. I've never just had one job.
Good job.
I know, thank you. And so, God, I was so overwhelmed, and I was like, I really don't know much about men. And at first I told her, I was like, what the hell? I would never do that. I can't believe you would even suggest that. And then bills started racking up, and I'm thinking, that's a lot of money. Maybe
How
I
much
could
money was that being offered at the time?
I mean, when I first started, and as a newbie starting out in the industry, it was probably about $500-600 a scene, which was not a lot. They've doubled that since then, but still more than. I mean, I was making $7 on minimum wage at 18.
Oh shit, that was a lot of money then.
Yeah. So back then, you're thinking, oh my God, I can do this in a day. Like this is 2 weeks for me. So
I get to come and make money at the same time. With
Right?
What?
yeah, you don't even think about, oh, this is gonna be on the internet forever, but you are thinking like, I can pay my bills in one day versus 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
definitely is something that comes up. But I'll tell you, man, I am a hustler, and I mean that in a way that like, if I can make as much as I want or need, I'm gonna do it. So like even last year, I did 60 scenes in 3 months. That's 20 scenes a month. I was going,
Holy shit.
and doing 20-30 grand a month, something like that, and it was intense. But I have goals. I want to hit the ground running, and I don't get distracted. I'm not buying a lot of brand name shit. I'm not going out and partying. I have goals. I have stuff I'm trying to do. So it's always been about just like planning my future and setting up my family.
That is intense. That is intense.
I hit you with a lot right there.
No, not really. I'm sitting here. I'm just like counting. I'm like, damn. How often do I have sex? Can I?
How much could I be making?
Well, no, because men don't make that.
That's true.
I've always said, here, fuck this. Look, industry, I'd be a perfect fucking porn star. Okay, I control when I come. And I control that shit. You don't need a fluffer. He ain't got no problem jumping up. Okay? Here in a couple months, oh yeah, daddy's gonna be a G.I. Joe. You're gonna see a fucking sexual monster. Go ahead and come at me, but you need to come with the bag. I don't need a partial bag. I don't need a brown bag. I need a duffel bag. All right, that's it.
Call himself Big Bear.
Chocolate daddy.
Chocolate Daddy.
I got gray in the beard, so it'll get me somebody's father.
Yeah. My good friend is he goes by Chocolate Beast, and so whenever that name comes up on my phone, people are like, "What the hell?" I'm like,
Actually, I'd be
"It's
like
a
the
stage
Energizer
name."
brown bear.
There you go.
He just keeps going and going and
He
going.
just keeps going.
You know how they do
Oh my
like the
goodness.
gangbangs and shit?
Yeah.
Only it'd be like 500 women and it's just me. Oh, she came, get out the way. She came, get out the way.
I can imagine you sitting in that pose like Shaq.
I'd literally be like, let's see how many we can get through today. I'd have an announcer and everything. Oh, 323. He's still going.
That's a lot. I don't think any human should make that much in a day. Like, that's astronomical.
Did you see
at
that
point.
video? Fucking Energizer Brown Bear made 413 women come. He was going for 500.
That's crazy. Can you imagine what your freaking number would be?
Like my sex number?
Yeah, your body count would be insane. There's people who claim they're at like 5,000, and I'm doing the math, and I'm like, that's a lot. Even for the industry, that's a lot.
Yeah,
You know?
we don't want to talk about that in real life.
No. No.
So there's a podcast, one of my shows from way back in the beginning, and they actually asked that question, and I actually answered it. And they're like, "What the fuck?" When I was like, "I lost my virginity when I was 8."
When you were 8?
Yes.
Don't tell me it's a sad story.
It wasn't no fucking sad
wasn't?
story. I fucked the shit out the bitch on the side of my grandmother's house. That is where my
You want no relation though, right? She's just some girl
no.
from
This
school or
is
some
no.
shit?
This is like my older
Okay.
brother had a girl. He's 4 years older than me. He had a girlfriend. I've always been well. Then I was tall for my age, so I could have passed for 12 years old easily.
Oh, so you lied about your age.
I didn't lie about shit. We were everybody thought we were twins and shit. So
Wow.
you know, she brought her friend over. Her friend was with the business. I knew what the business was, and I gave it to her.
All right.
And we just went from there.
How'd you even know? Like,
I got my ass whooped for dry humping my neighbor's summer. I was 5.
oh my god.
So I knew a lot about
You were an
sex.
early bloomer.
I was
Very
a super early bloomer. And like I said,
Wow.
I read all of my mama's magazines. And I learned quite a few things, and I've become an avid woman pleaser
Good for you.
in life. Not can't say it was really by choice. I
Okay,
think.
if you start at 8, how many years does that give you?
Well, I'm 44 now.
That's a while. Yeah. I don't want to know your body count. I don't think I want to know.
I'm not just out just sniping them off the street. Hey, you feel like coming today?
I hope not. But you have been.
That would make a great porn, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I was about to say in these streets. I don't think you want to be taking anybody off these streets. No.
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 You live in the district. That's what I call that shit. If they fuck around in Tempe, I'm like, nope. I don't know if I can fuck
I
with you.
know. I talk shit about ASU people all the time, only because
80% of them are
It's
in the
true.
industry. Like
Are they?
the industry that you are in, it's like
no,
they go
it's
to,
different.
they
They're
go
not
to-
testing.
They
They're
go
like,
to
"I'm on
college just to
OnlyFans."
go
I'm like,
do OnlyFans is new, and ASU has been known for the porn industry since long before then.
Really?
So when I moved here 12 years ago, that's they had a whole porn expo on Mill.
Really?
Yeah, and all these porn stars. So that's back when Hooters was on Mill, and I took my
I don't think
friend
it's like too taboo.
down there, and when I say it was nothing but porn stars in there.
Wow.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're having like a little convention thing that's over there. You can go to that bar over there, and you can go over there.
That's
And
kinda
then
cool,
later we're gonna
actually.
meet up." And I was like, "Y'all motherfuckers is out here recruiting all of these freshmen."
I know that actually that is that's kind of sneaky of them. But no, I would say like that's the thing about OnlyFans girls versus like mainstream girls is I talk about it a lot, and it's not in any way to diss anyone or harass or anything like that, but they're not as careful with the testing
OnlyFans
and
girls
stuff.
is going just fucking anything and everything.
Well, yeah, that and,
and
then
they
they're
can
like,
get away with
"Oh,
not paying people.
You didn't test for a month, that's okay, as long as you say you're safe. And it's like, no, you cannot take that word.
No,
You've got to be good about it.
When I lived in Missouri, there's 3 chicks that I knew then were in the porn industry, and they were like, "Would you fuck me?" And at first I was like, "Fuck no, you fucking porn star, you get fucked by everybody." Then I thought about that. It's like, wait, actually I would. They're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, you get tested on the regular, don't you?" They're like, "Yep." And I was like, "Mm-hmm." So as long as we come with these test results, you're taking all this dick, and you probably like a cream pie, huh?
You had to think about it for a second, and then you realize.
Yeah, it's like, then you know what else? You're not trying to be in a relationship. This is just work. You're just having fun tonight.
That's true. Yeah, most of the girls definitely not. They're definitely not looking for commitment. But a lot of them date within the industry. So
I
you'll
know.
see,
It's
you know.
like, that's why I need to be
couples.
in the industry. Then it's just all kinds of fun.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know that I personally could do porn. Like, I couldn't imagine my daughter growing up going, "Dad, my girlfriend said she saw you in a video." "Yeah, you watch one of the old music videos?" "No, Dad. You were inside of another woman." "Oh, sorry. Sorry.
But see, people will say that, and then I'm like, well, think about all the actors who do sex scenes in movies, or
But we
you
know that's fake.
It's still fake with porn too.
No, it's not fake. My dick would
You
really
mean the,
be in you.
You mean the sex is fake?
Yes, the
yes
sex
and no.
is
They
fake.
actually do for some.
Well,
movies,
Bruce Willis had
you
it in
know?
his contract, which there's only like 3 movies where he actually ever had sex. There's a few well, we might as well call them porn stars. A few people in the industry where it's like, if you're gonna put me in a sex scene, it's got to be real. I can't fake that.
Well, and I just mean like, what's the difference as far as like you're still seeing them naked with somebody else, and that's going to be on.
There's
on
a
DVD
there's a
years for years to
there's a
come.
difference in the nakedness. Like, if you see me with no
Depends on the
shirt
movie.
on top of somebody with a cover that comes like above my waist because I'm actually wearing boxers, it's implied. And porn, you motherfuckers never have covers. You're only on top of the cover.
That's not true.
The only time the
That's
cover's
definitely not
true
true.
if it's the intimate stuff, like, oh, look at this couple in there.
Intimate, or like there's sometimes that you only take off the bottom, or you just lift up your dress or whatever.
But I mean,
You know?
there's
You're
always
covered
there's always the shot. Like, you have to see
Yeah.
phallus and vagina.
That's true.
You always have
You
to
do
see
have to
that.
see that.
I've never seen a movie. I've never seen Angelina Jolie taking it.
Although I'd love to. She's actually my celebrity crush. I would love to see her. Take. Now that we're talking about her, I love you. But-
Angelina Jolie, if you are watching the show, Lindsay Lee has a crush on you.
Yes, and happy birthday to Drake. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday to Drake.
He said he was gonna move here.
He did not say he was going to move here.
Yes,
he
for
said
a
he
month.
was going to stay here for a month. You
Yes.
guys need to stop saying that. He's
I was
not
there,
moving
man. I was
here.
in that VIP. I heard it. I was next to Katie with his 2 BBW bitches from Miami.
He said
He
two
said
B-
it.
So you actually get to see. He likes big women.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He's
But
always high too.
here's the crazy part. So again, like I said, I used to do music. Drake, Lil Wayne. So I used to do CD covers for Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay. Young Money.
Yep. But I was all Young Money back in the day. We all kicked it, toured together. We did a lot of shit together. So I knew Drake when he was really just Aubrey. And yes, he's always like big girls, and people don't understand. The only way you know somebody that really knows Drake is when there's certain things that we can say and you'd be like, oh shit. Because he hides that shit.
I feel like he hides a lot that we don't know.
He hides a whole lot. Because
hides
in
a
real
lot.
life, he's a fucking nerd.
Is he really?
He is not. He is
He comes
not.
off as a nerd.
No, but
some of
he's
his videos, you're like, this guy's a little weird.
he's like a
You
12-year-old fucking nerd. And I watch all these
Oh,
women like,
man.
oh, I wish I could have. Oh, I'd do anything be with Drake. And I'm like, yeah, till you meet his ass. And then you're gonna be like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
No, I have no desire to date or be with
The
a
sex
celebrity.
appeal disappears quickly.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, 10 bands is 10 bands, but
she's like 10 bands is 10 bands.
'cause you know, guys will be like, I would never suck dick, but $5 is $5.
Fuck that.
No, you wouldn't. What would it cost for you?
To what? Suck
to,
a dick?
to suck a dick, yeah.
Death, because I'm not doing it. Like there is,
He said death.
I'm such a fucking man's man. Like there's no way in hell that I couldn't even look myself in the mirror and be like, I'm Mr. Go Get 'em. I'm John fucking Bailey.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm Bitch Brown, and I put a dick in my mouth. Fuck it. This is what
Why
we're doing.
did you put on a curly voice?
Exact, because I would be a bitch moving forward. Like I would have to
Oh,
be.
goodness.
There's nothing else. There's no way that
Fair
I could
enough.
ever. Now give me a nice fat juicy pussy. You can get in my mouth all you want to.
I don't blame you. And you know what? That's the good thing about the industry is that, like, if you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like
Good boundaries.
porn seems like it would be fun, but at the same time, it just seems like I enjoy sex.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would get boring.
I don't think people even understand. Like, there are no fluffers. It's not just having sex all day and enjoying it with each other. Like, you're just literally taking a bunch of pictures, you know, hair, makeup, wardrobe, paperwork, and then maybe 30 minutes of sex. And it's all directed to the
Do this
T.
position. Okay,
It's-
stop.
Yeah, you're
Do
going to
that
be
position.
missionary 3 minutes, doggy 3 minutes, fake orgasm for her. Like, they literally direct every single minute of it. And so when people are like, oh my God, she came like 3 times, I'm like, I can guarantee you she didn't come once.
Like she
But
didn't-
it's fun to see, right? So
you can tell when a woman. Okay, so like right now, just pull your hair out a little bit. That nice little portion right there on your chest, when that turns beet red and it flushes and your eyes roll back a little bit, or that mouth, because you guys can't control it, and it's like, and that chin, yeah, she just came.
okay, the turning red, yeah, you can't control that.
Like
But
there's
the rest of it, I'm getting pretty good at.
true, but see, you've had to practice at that.
Oh, yeah,
to
for
not
sure.
do it.
Yeah.
But there are certain things, and like, because again, I pay a lot of fucking attention. That lower stomach area, right before you come, that thing starts to dance, and you can't stop that either.
See, I wouldn't know because I can't even see my stomach with my boobs in the way.
So like,
So when I'm looking, I'm like, I don't even know what you're
women
looking
have been pissed at me because it's like, you can't fake come with me. It doesn't matter. You can't fake it. Because if you fake, I'm looking at so many different things, and then I mean, at the end of the day, we can feel it.
No one's ever described it like that to me. Because when I ask guys, I'm like, well, how do you know she actually came? Because, I mean, they'll think you do.
Well, and
And
then
they'll be
also,
like, oh, well, her leg was shaking.
No,
or,
no.
Oh, her
Your-
mouth
your
was
va-
open. And
your
it's like,
vagina also
"Ah."
does this thing I call the wave. So it's like, imagine your fingers like doing this on the inside of you, though. Like your vagina, your walls start dancing.
What, like our little Kegels?
Yeah. Like your Kegel muscles start. They
See, I
like
practice that too.
no. You practice squeezing. You want to squeeze the dick. The dance is different when you're coming because it's like waves that shoot through your body.
That's true. It's like a pulse.
And
yeah.
then all of a sudden, it's like a gush of wetness, and it's like, oh,
A gush.
she can't like. Then
She's a
that's where you
gusher.
that's where you can find out if she's a cummer, a squirter, a gusher, or a creamer.
Or a creamer.
Yeah, because there are definitely differences.
Oh, yeah.
So
For sure.
there's certain things that I don't know.
Well, yeah, you brought up a good point. But I've never had a man go into such detail about like how they can tell.
Most men just
whether a
want to
woman's
fuck
cum or
and
not.
come. They don't care about anything. They
That's
just
very
come,
true.
and then they walk away.
Yeah.
I tell, if men made pleasuring a woman a big deal, so many women would never fucking go nowhere. Y'all would just be stuck forever. Because, you get the dudes who's like, oh, he's got great dick. Imagine if he had great dick and he was a pleaser. Like, every time you fucked him, you came multiple times.
Yeah. Those. I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what that's like.
You would never walk away.
But I have met like one big pleaser, and I was like, damn, all right, this is a lot different. So
it changes your life.
it does. It's definitely a
There's
revelation.
this one young chick that called herself. She thought she was gonna fuck with me, and I was like, I can't even do it. And she's like, why? It's like, because I'm gonna ruin your life. You're young.
Why?
You don't even know what it's like yet. Like, these dudes are just fucking you. Like, if I fuck with you, it's over for you. I don't even know where you go from there.
Gotta change her world.
And you're so young. Like, I don't even know if I want to keep you. You might do stupid shit.
I was having that conversation with somebody. I was like, I feel like women have an expiration date because of our looks, and when we get older, it's you're a MILF, and then you're a GILF, and then they don't want you anymore. And like, I'm considered a MILF now, even though I'm only 27 years old, but just because I have big tits and I'm older than 25, they're like, oh yeah, you could be a mom, so you're a MILF. But I think the older women, the more mature women, are sometimes more fun in bed because they not only know what they want, but they know what you want, and then they can show the younger girls a thing or two, and they do have fun with other people coming in and stuff too. So I don't know. I think the men who are like, oh, I want this young pussy. And it's like, the young pussy might not know how to give you head as good as the girl who's been doing it
No,
for 10
in
years.
2023,
you know?
the younger girls are they're fucking throat goats.
You
Okay,
think so?
those were. I'm telling you, women my age and even older than me, they have not mastered the level of sucking dick as this younger generation. I can tell you that right now.
I didn't know.
And the younger because like the younger generation is so. My generation, you didn't want to be called a hoe. The younger generation, call me a hoe, motherfucker. I'm a whole fucking
I
hoe.
know. Yeah, there
I'm
is an
finna fuck the
obsession
shit
with
out of
that.
you and your friend and everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's a whole they're practicing their whoredom. So the older women are actually, yes, they get to a point to where they're like they become good little pleasers and they know how to take care of you and do this. Right? But it's like I just want to slut a bitch out. Like I want to go ham. These girls spit in my mouth, choke me, spank me, like fuck me in the ass and finger me at the same time type shit. And I'm like, damn, fuck, okay.
You look crazy. Who
Not-
hurt you?
Like, who
What
are you
happened?
dealing with?
I know.
Like, did you get paid for this shit? No, I just enjoy doing it. Like, it's just so fun. It's like,
I just want to be treated like a cum slut.
yeah, like,
I've heard that. Yeah.
I've heard that all. Make me your slut.
Yeah.
Shit, I thought I already did. Fuck.
It's true.
That's where I come in and be like, Grogu, tag in.
Fuck. But I've been told by every receiver that I've given the best head. And I'm not bragging, but if everyone's saying it, there has to be some truth to it.
So I can
So.
agree to disagree. We lie as men. Like, we lie our fucking head.
Not everybody,
every
though.
chick, like every fucking chick we've come in, you got the best pussy ever. Like, someone said some shit to me even earlier today through a message on Facebook about wanting to come on the show, and she said something about how dudes say her pussy is so fire, and I'm like, we hear that from so many women that it's just horrible. Because if it was that fire, like, what the fuck are you single for? If vagina kept men, all of you would be married.
Vagina does not keep men, but you know why? Men get bored. They want new pussy. They want it to feel different.
The best pussy in the world is new pussy.
Yep.
If I had
Did you say new pussy?
Yes, if I had different women that would just come knock on the door, like, okay, so let's say I'm married, my wife is keyed in and she's freaked out with me,
Okay.
right? But every day, like a different beautiful chick, which she ain't gotta be a beautiful, she could be a regular ass chick.
She could be a regular day.
knocks on the door. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
here to please you. Bring that ass in here. Like, your
But
pussy
see,
is the best
so
pussy.
you admit pussy's not going to keep men because it's men who aren't going to stay.
No, like, vagina is not what's ever gonna. It's what you do as a person, who you are.
But even if you're married, you were saying you would still want to fuck new pussy.
Well, because as men, we don't. Sex to us isn't emotional. That's a feeling. That pussy.
But if it weren't emotional, then why don't men want their girl to sleep with other guys?
Because you guys have emotional sex. Do you really see? This is the thing. I can go
That
out and
doesn't
just.
make any
No. It makes a lot of sense.
Because if it were emotional, right,
Uh-huh.
then you wouldn't want to sleep with other women because you only want that emotional bond with your partner.
But it's emotional for you. It's not emotional for me. So I
Okay.
know, let's say you're my girl, and I'm giving you this great dick. That alone is why women get dickmatized. And, oh my God, he's got amazing dick. I'm like, I'm never fucking with anyone else. His ass is just like, he's the one. He's this. It's like, he ain't. Y'all fuck like yesterday. I know, but you don't understand, girl. You know, you've had girls that said that shit.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as a dude, I fuck you. That's like, her pussy was a mid. It was like a good 7, 6,
Right,
7.
but if pussy's not going to keep a man and a man wants to fuck other women, then what are women supposed to do if all we're told is like all we can offer is pussy and hopefully personality? But you don't see a lot of men who are going out looking for personality. They're like, what you doing? Want to
No,
come
but
over? It's always the what you doing text. It's never the let's go out and find out who you are.
No. Because what you don't understand is we are watching your personality after we fuck you.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it does. Because this is the
if
thing.
you know that we're emotional, then you're just
correct.
fucking with us.
But
at
here's
that
the
point.
problem. You don't show your emotion till after we fuck you. Like, see,
Mm-mm.
you use that vagina as the tool. Take me on dates. Get my hair done. Get my nails done. Give me attention. Spend time with me.
Never had a
the
man
more
do those
time you
things.
spend with me, well, your life's a little different.
I am. I'm the independent provider.
Okay? It's literally take care of me. Do this. Do that. And like, yeah, I'm not gonna give you the pussy yet. We're not there yet. So we're constantly in the hamster. We're like, brr, 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 brr. We're doing the, we're running your race, and then we get the pussy. Now
But-
after sex, she's like, I gave you the best of me, and we're like, fuck you, got it.
But it's a double-edged sword because, like, I think for me, sexual compatibility is huge, right? So I do want to know pretty soon, like, okay, are they gonna work out with me? Because otherwise, I'm gonna get bored. I'm not gonna want to fuck this guy every day. But at the other side of it, like, as women, as you said, it's emotional for us because we don't want to be seen as objects. We want to be seen as these beautiful goddesses who are going to give you all of us, etc.
See, that's the oxymoron.
But
We don't
when
want
we
to be
hold
seen
out
as
on
objects, but
sex-
we want to be seen as goddesses.
Well, because we're giving. Like, think of this: we can give life. You can't give life,
But you can't give
We-
life unless I put life in you.
but we are literally building it from scratch over 9 months.
No,
you
you're
donated
not
liquid
built-
that you come out every day.
This is the thing. All right.
like it's not
you're,
the same.
You're flour. I'm water. If I don't put this water on that flour, there's no dough.
Actually, last year they came out with now we can actually produce children on our own using our own bone marrow. So we won't need men in about 10 years. But I'm not going to get into that right now.
That
'cause I'm kind of a
remains to be
science
seen
nerd.
because they said they were going to fucking start cloning cows and shit. We saw how that worked out.
No, they actually, well, I'm not going to get into the full science talk today, but I'm a big research nerd about these things. So we won't need men soon. But for a woman who's like, I want to give my life, I want to, produce a child for him, I want to support him, be at home, nurture him, whatever. Because think about it. Women basically become their mom. Like, we're the ones taking care of you at home and taking care of all of your needs, and we're the ones providing sex. So
and then
it's a whole
we
different
become your
spectrum.
dads. We pay all your bills. We put our life on the line to
But-
protect you. We sacrifice
Fuck, I wish, but
other
no.
vagina for you.
But-
So I don't know what kind of men you're dealing with. Good Lord. She's like,
People
fuck.
who don't ever make as much as I do. But that's the thing is that, like, men will treat women differently right after they've had sex. So women will hold out because they want to see, okay, is he putting in all this effort just to get it?
Yes. And the answer is yes. Like,
Or
as a
is he
man.
going to act the same after?
Okay.
And, we don't want to feel like we're just hitting dips.
So we do.
We
do not typically change with sex after. It's that switch that y'all have where you start to see things differently, because women do what's called pair bonding. And when you pair bond, like, that's why afterwards, now all of a sudden you want to cook for me. You want to do my laundry. You want to cuddle. Like, once you do that, but those are things that as a man's man, like, we'll pay attention to that. Because now it's like, okay, now she's doing shit to where she's becoming an asset. She's not going to be a liability. And that's what we look for. If we fuck you and you show, well, those mothering qualities,
mm-hmm.
well, guess what? That usually means that you're going to take care of my children.
Right.
So you're going to be a good mother.
Yeah.
But if after I fuck you and you're just like roll over and don't give a fuck and you like don't even care and like, okay, so I'm going to go home and don't give a shit. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, we don't give a shit either. We got what we want.
True, but if that were the case, then why do men have to cheat and go to other women and ruin what they have with that person?
Are you familiar with this thing called the Bible?
I'm very familiar. I went to a
Okay.
Christian high school
I
and
know.
studied the Bible
And
for 4
God
years.
told man to go out and
No,
multiply.
it did not.
Yes, he did. He
Then
said,
why,
go
why
out.
the 10 Commandments say not to commit adultery?
Do you know what adultery is?
Yes, I do. And
What-
it is not to spread your seed with many women. You're supposed to remain man and woman married, right? And stick with your partner.
Even Jesus had multiple wives. Every man in the
Now
Bible.
you're just getting into conspiracy theories.
That
'cause
is
that's
not a
in the Bible.
conspiracy theory.
That's not in the Bible.
How many Marys did Jesus have in his life?
Mary was a very common name, first off.
True, but how many
And
did
second,
he
it was
have?
his mother's.
Uh-huh.
And then you have the other Mary, the one who cleaned his feet, right? But what are you talking about? His wives? Where does it say that in the
Okay,
Bible?
so, well, in the American King James version, it's not there. You have to read the Book of Yahweh, which is the way the Bible was written originally in Hebrew, and it also puts it in order, the order that King James didn't do. So that tells you everything. But two, okay, so you know about Mary, his mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know about Mary Magdalene, who washed his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Mary, the harlot, the whore, the one that he took off the streets?
Let he who has never sinned cast the first stone.
Well, we're not casting stones here.
No, but I'm just repeating the story. I just read this 3 days ago,
Yeah.
actually. So go ahead.
But so in Hebrew, he actually took Mary Magdalene, and those were his wives. Which is,
Where does it say it's his wives?
again, you have to get away from the King James
But
version.
what does it say?
Oh, well, so you know how every time they say, so he chose such Mary as his wife, and he went into her and made her his wife? How many times did they say
No.
that in the Bible? How did Moses get married?
Why are we talking about Moses if we're talking about Jesus?
Well, because Moses was like the first real time that you really speak about marriage in the Bible. He took her, and he went into her and made him his wife. And then, like 6 years
Which
later,
was traditional after their wedding
he
day.
took
yes.
his sister and he went into her and made her his wife. And even today, in the
Yeah, women were property back then.
Yeah, but hold on, this is the crazy part. You realize, okay, me and you right now could go to the courthouse and go get married. But if we don't consummate, aka fuck, there's not a divorce, it's an annulment because we didn't consummate. Like, you have to consummate the marriage. Sex, even till today, is still
If you want to get into
considered marriage.
comparing, though, the Old Testament and today, it also says things in the Bible that were kind of racist and kind of terrible that we should not be comparing to today and apply as standards. So
Well, the world
that's
that
why
we
I go off of the New Testament with the 10 Commandments, which is
Well,
very clear, very easy.
Well, no.
very
So this
simple.
we can't
you
go.
know?
We say go off the 10 Commandments, but the 10 Commandments is there were 617 laws total. The
From the
10
Old
Commandments is
Testament.
the basis of it, and that's the Old Testament. That's not New Testament. Moses did the 10 Commandments, which that was like he came down and brought the many tablets down, going up and down, to 617 different laws. Like the 10. That's why I laugh when certain people are like, "Oh, well, you know, there's the old law and then there's the new law," and I'm like, okay, well, at what point in time did anyone in the Bible give any other laws other than Moses?
Well, for instance, Judaism or, the Jewish community, which I won't get into all of that today, but they still follow all of those
All
old
of the
laws,
law-
which is
correct.
why they have their, religious days and the diet they have and, their ritualistic beliefs. But, again, you're looking at something in the past. That's like trying to apply standards from the 1950s to today. You can't.
True. And
Absolutely
okay,
not.
so this is the
So, we
I
evolve.
love this conversation, right? And the only reason I love this conversation is because Jesus died saying the exact same shit. Like, God has given you prophets on top of prophet on top of prophet. So I'm his actual son. I'm going to show you how to walk within the law and abide by these goddamn rules. And
I don't think he said goddamn.
true. And he got killed for it. It's like, oh, you're the king of the Jews. And then we look in the world today, and he was a Jew or a Hebrew. Like, there are still religions that abide by those laws and haven't changed them at all since
Right.
before he walked this earth and after we walked his earth, and we don't abide by that shit because we say that like he did away with it. But the exact word is, I did not come to do away with the law, but came to fulfill the law, which is my father, like your parents raised you, they instilled certain things into you, your values. That's how you live, and just wait till you become a parent. And then, because even my black ass as a parent now, and I'm like, fuck, I sound like my dad. Damn, I sound like my mom. Shit, I do this just like.
No offense, but I hope I sound like neither of my parents.
See, but this is the
ever.
problem. Because it's
So.
instilled in us, like we end up doing that shit regardless. And it's like, fuck.
I think it's safe to say, as humans, here and now, none of us know the absolute truth about anything. And so when I do get into political or religious or whatever discussions, I don't even get angry or heated. I like debating. I actually was part of a debate team in high school, so I love it.
Damn,
but
I need you for a lot of conversations. You want to just become a whole shit. There's so many motherfuckers that come on here.
I've got conspiracy theories, religion. I get bored.
Me too. Shit.
But no, so for me, I'm like, you know what? I won't know anything till I'm dead, and then hopefully I'll find out everything.
True.
My thing,
my
absorbing
goal,
knowledge. So.
my goal in life is, I don't preach to people. Like people run around, do this and do that. Nope, I could give a damn less
We're
what
all
you
human.
do with your life. I read it. I took it upon myself to learn Hebrew, to read it the way it was written, and went,
Good for
oh
you.
shit, it's a lot different than what the English Bible says.
It is a lot different.
So yeah, because Hebrew doesn't translate into English, so there's also a lot of shit made up.
I know.
So there's a lot of changes that are there, and then like, I don't know, let's go back to again Moses. Why was Pharaoh so scared of Moses? Well, Moses killed 10,000 people with the jawbone of a donkey, but they took that out of the Bible. But it's the book called the Maccabees, which is also, it's initially a part of the Bible.
Yeah, one of my pastors.
Yeah,
We
and then
had
you
a teaching
find
on
out
that.
exactly why Pharaoh wasn't scared of Moses because of anything other than the fact that he ran his army. He was his knight. He was his assassin. He was his killer. So the moment that he was like, no, fuck you, let my people go, he was like, oh shit, I can't really tell him no. But they
True.
they scramble things up to keep us confused, and a lot of people don't know because,
I know.
as
We're
they
just in
say,
the dark.
if you put it in a book, no one will ever find out because very few people read. And I'm a nerd too. I like to read. So
It's a good trait to have. It says that, reading produces knowledge. You're gaining knowledge from everything that you read, and you can create your own perspective and opinions based on that. And yeah, I don't think there's any one person that can tell anybody else what to do or say. We can always advise and give our opinion, but that's up to everybody else to listen or not.
true.
So.
If someone truly wants to know the truth, they'll go look for it.
Yeah.
And most people don't go seek knowledge or the truth. They just
I was about to say, have you looked outside?
these
There's not a whole lot looking for the truth. They're
There's
looking for when the next after party in Old Town
exactly. They're looking for a whole lot of shit, but they're not looking for that shit.
is. Correct.
All right. So, holy shit, someone left a hell of a message over here.
Uh-oh.
Can I give you some tips that you... Oh, this is somebody trying to sell me on growing the channel. All right. So, back to the fuckery. Literally. What's the best sex scene for you? Was it with a male or female?
What that I've ever done?
Yep.
I love working with women more. Sorry to all the men out there. But I would say the best scene, just aesthetically speaking, and I hope that no other companies get offended, but my debut for Deeper, which is one of the Vixen companies, looked absolutely stunning. I worked with Blake Blossom and Isaiah Maxwell, and both are great talent. Isaiah's a goat. He's been around for years, so he knows what he's doing. And Blake Blossom, she blew up fast, so she's been a great, beautiful newcomer. I think she's 23 now. She's a really cute girl. And
Well,
actually, she's
before
Arizona.
you go any further,
She's
I
from Arizona too.
gotta give a shameless plug. Y'all see that shirt right there?
Yeah,
Vixen,
see?
baby!
That's why when I saw it, I was like, see, you can get some Vixen merch here.
Actually, I do have some. I got to get
but
you
yeah.
a shirt.
That was a good thing. I was there 12 hours. They built it from scratch.
Yeah.
The whole setup. Yeah. So, and they dress you in Louis Vuitton. They deck you out. It's a very nicely done.
Well,
piece
Louis
of art.
Vuitton is one of my go-tos. Let's go. I want to
Yeah?
go. Hell
I know.
yeah. I got to. Yeah.
It's pretty insane. I mean, there's like 12 people on set, so all watching you.
Well, let them watch.
It's intense.
They're going to be like, he's a machine. A
A
big
lot of pressure.
brown butt.
You know what?
brown
I
bear."
stole the show. That's why I'm proud of that one.
She's like, I stole the show.
I did, because it was my debut, and it's a big company. I was like, I got to make a name for myself.
My
I'm about to
vagina
take
did
this
it.
over.
Let's go, girl. Good job.
We were spit swapping and shit. It was great. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Okay. What is your most memorable scene?
Most memorable. I get so many DMs about my glory hole swallow scene, and I wasn't even supposed to do that many back to back, but this girl canceled, and he was like, "Do you want to make more money?" And so I ended up doing 20 in a day instead of 10 in a day, and
It's like
home.
swallowed 20 men.
yeah, that scene was intense. I'm never doing it again, but that's probably the most memorable. I get hit up about that one a lot. I don't know why people have such a huge fetish for like glory hole stuff, but I mean, it was a good $4,000. Like,
Glory holes
know?
are fun because like you don't know who's on the other side.
I mean, obviously we did it professionally.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like
the
it's
idea of it,
the
yeah, the concept.
fantasy.
Yeah.
So I had a stint of swinging back in the day, in my 20s. And
Swinger.
Yeah. And I was known as the wife pleaser.
Okay.
They had a glory hole. And
Oh shit.
yeah, but see, it was a little. I caught myself doing it one time. This motherfucker, she pulled the condom off. I was like, nope.
What?
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh hell no.
I'm done.
Hell no.
I'm done.
You're not trying to be like Drake. No.
So, in that situation, I was like, I'm not taking that chance. Not taking that chance.
Yeah, you can. Do
I don't
that.
know I don't know who's on the other side of here.
Yeah, I think a real glory hole experience would be probably terrifying for the female. But and maybe even the male, but men definitely
No,
love
them
living out
motherfuckers
that
love
fantasy.
that shit because a lot.
know.
So like, so
It could be though. It could be
it,
terrifying.
in where I was at in Missouri, and with what was going on there, quite often, it was a lot of married people, but like that was their way. So like, let's say there was a certain chick who she was attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like all the guys in the club that night weren't. That was her way of still getting hers, and you don't have to know or look and see who it is. And you
I
get
guess
as
that's
much
valid.
as you want.
I would say that's probably the case in the clubs most of the time.
No, it's actually not.
You don't think so?
No, like I haven't been to any of the clubs out here yet.
No.
Um,
Then you can't.
But from what no, not out here. Well, I'm not like into all that shit. Like,
Yeah, me neither.
but what I've heard about the scene out here and some of the people that show up is not that great.
It's a bunch of like 4s and 5s out there.
Correct. So
You've got your 8s and 9s here and there, but yeah, I would agree.
yeah, me. I like to control my my partnerships. If I want to see you in advance, and
No, that's the best way to do it.
yeah, and then I get to know actual things about you and do certain things and have my way, the way I want it.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Now, we're going to do something extra special right now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the show where we do what is called rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is ask you questions, and it is your job to fire off the answers as quickly as you can. This
Okay.
is where I get all up in your business.
Uh-oh.
Answer as quickly as you can.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do you sleep naked?
Yes.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Do you have tattoos?
Yeah.
Do you love ice cream?
No, sorbet. No.
Can any of your friends unlock your phone?
No.
Do you believe in fate?
Yes.
Dogs or cats?
I like both, but I love my dogs. I'm going to say dogs.
Calling or texting?
Calling.
Favorite cut of underwear?
On a man or a woman?
On you.
Oh, I have like almost nothing but thongs in my Playboy boxers, so thongs.
What do you love eating on a date?
On a date?
Yep.
I feel like Italian is romantic.
How old were you when you got your first kiss?
What did I say? It was like 16, 15, 16. It was something like-
Super strength or invisibility?
Oh, super strength for sure.
Pie or cake?
Pie.
Favorite sex position?
Do I have to have a favorite? Can I have like two?
Favorite. Let's go.
Okay, I love being on top. And so like cowgirl and doggy. I just want my hair pulled, my face down, ass up, hold my arms back. I would say those top two. Yeah.
Movie or series?
Series. I like to binge watch.
Watch or necklace?
Wait, watch or what?
Necklace.
Or necklace? I got the necklace, so.
Clothes or shoes?
I'm a sneakerhead. Shoes.
Public sex or just the bedroom?
Fuck, that's hard. I can't have both. I do like public sex a lot.
All right. Your dream car?
My dream car. Fuck. This is a good one. Oh my God. I would have to say, because of the Supernatural show, the 67 Chevy Impala.
Okay. Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram. Fuck Facebook.
A food you can't live without?
Cereal.
What kind of cereal?
Lately, it's been Frosted Flakes because they're great. but, but I don't know. I switch it up.
When was the last time you watched porn?
I see mine every day on Twitter. So today.
One thing you'll never do again.
Oh, God. I'm never going to take dares again. No more dares.
So she can't say no to dares is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Simplest way to make you smile.
Tell me a funny fucking joke. Dad jokes. Punny jokes.
Who are you currently crushing on?
I won't say his full name, but he's a very handsome, tall man.
Favorite person in the world right now?
Favorite person in the world?
Uh-huh.
I don't like anybody in the world that much.
You don't have a favorite person? Your mom?
No.
Dad?
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm going to say my dog.
Who was your last kiss?
My last kiss was the man I'm crushing on. So,
Cream pie or pull out?
cream pie.
Best
It's so messy, but yeah.
best part of your morning?
Of my morning?
Yep.
I hate mornings. Coffee.
Worst fear?
Sharks. I fucking hate sharks.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, God. I'm simple. Cookie dough.
Favorite childhood memory?
God damn. I don't know, just family vacations.
Drinking or smoking?
If it's smoking weed, smoking.
What would you do if you won $1 million today?
If I won $1 million, I would donate 75% of it, and the other I would set up retirement funds and get a house for my mom.
Favorite TV show?
X-Files.
Favorite celebrity crush?
Angelina Jolie.
Biggest fan? Who's your biggest fan?
His name's Ron.
First
Very
thing you
sweet
do
guy.
in the morning?
First thing I do in the morning, I go pee.
Social media or hanging out?
Hanging out, 100%.
All right. And your dream career?
Meteorology. I told you I was a nerd.
All right.
Oh,
And then
man.
this is the most important question and last question.
Okay.
What is the best podcast in the world?
No Capp reacts.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is rapid fire questions. Good job. You made it.
I'll be like those white people clapping at the end of the plane.
I'm actually late to the party. Stand up real quick. Let's
Stand up.
show these people what you're working with.
You're going to see my boxes underneath.
She said her boxes.
Yeah, I'm wearing boxes today.
She got some cakes on her. Look, she's little Debbie. Little Debbie's got the cakes.
She does have the cake.
Yeah. You could be Sarah Lee. She's like the slim thick.
Slim thick.
Slim thick.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you for having me.
Well, this is what I do. What made you decide to come on the podcast?
I'm adventurous. You know, you could have murdered me or something, but
I'm black. We don't do that shit. That's
You
one
never
thing I
know.
say. People, I say that you could have killed me. You could have did not. No, you look at the FBI list. Yeah, we're like 3%, and I don't fit at all.
my phrase is, if I die, I die. So if it's my time, it's my time.
I don't think anybody would actually like. You are an entertainment. If they snatch you up, it's not to end you. It's to enjoy you.
It's to keep me captive in their basement.
Yeah, like I'm gonna put my baby in you, or they're gonna
gosh.
sit there and be like, "Ooh, I remember when I watched this scene and he did this. I'm gonna do it to you too." And you're gonna be like, "Shut the fuck!"
I know
up.
that was about what was going through my head just now.
like this motherfucker here. No,
Like, who hurt you?
like, thank you. Like, it wasn't enough to watch me. You had to come steal me.
I know.
How tall are you? You like what? 5'2", 5'3"?
5'3". You got
Yeah.
a good guess. My mom's 4'10", so
Oh, so
I
you,
at least beat her.
so you won the race.
I won the race. I'm the shortest sibling, though. So.
You're the shortest sibling.
Yeah, they were all shorter than me, and then they all just freaking...
She's like, I fucking lost the race.
I lost the race to my siblings. Yeah. Oh, wow. Thanks
What
so
do you like
much.
to do for fun?
Oh, gosh.
Let's get away from the sex talk.
I like going to the gym. I like sunset walks on the beach.
So she's at sunset walks at Tempe Town Lake.
Absolutely.
That's the closest beach we got.
That's the closest one we got. I've been trying to get back into skateboarding. I just bought skateboards, so I'm doing that. I just like trying new things. I went skydiving last year for the first time, and it was terrifying, but I would definitely do it again.
And then an adrenaline rush. So I
crazy.
was 26. I just had my oldest son. My kid's mom actually got that for my fucking birthday.
Oh, really?
I was like, "You're trying to kill me already? Like, we fucking have a kid. You're trying to kill me?" Like, well, you said you wanted to go skydive. Like, well, you ain't supposed to be fucking listening. Shit. Now
Oh
I
my
gotta go
God.
actually skydive. Like, this is not what black people really do. But all right, so we're doing this. And then I fucking went and did it. And I was like, that shit was fucking great.
It was great, huh?
Yeah, it's like running from the
Yeah.
police for no fucking reason. It's like,
I wouldn't know what that's like.
well, I'm from the hood, so I can just tell you, that's what it's like. Since you did it, you also had the exact same feeling of running
Same
from the
adrenaline.
police. You
I
can now,
remember-
you can be like, fuck the police. You know what it feels like.
Oh, yeah. I remember I was on the way to the place to go skydiving, and I called my mom, and I'm like, hey, this is my life insurance policy number. If anything happens, like, pay off the car first.
They're going to call her anyway. Like,
I didn't know. I was like, and she's like, shut the fuck up. Why are you talking like this?
no, like I would never do it ever again.
No?
No.
It was great.
No, it was great, but now I have so much to lose in life. Like, To sit here and think about putting my life on the line for that. That's like a chick coming to you going, so I just want to let you know, like, I got the best pussy in the world, but I'm HIV positive. So what do you want to do? And I'm just like, fuck it, give it to
That's
me.
terrible.
No,
No.
like, fuck no, I'm not doing it. It
No.
could be the greatest thing in the world. I'm still not doing it.
Yeah.
I got too much to live for.
I feel that. But see, I have no kids. I'm not married.
Yeah, see, you don't have the responsibilities yet. I have businesses, kids,
Yeah.
fucking family. There's a lot to be lost now.
No, I totally get it.
Yeah, like who would run this podcast if I'm gone? It's like, fuck.
But you did it, and now you can say you've done it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
like fucking
least you did it.
forever and a year, the day
But
ago.
But those tandem guys, they do it like 3,000 or 4,000 times. Like they are doing it every day. They said after the 40th time, you just pretty much stop feeling it anymore. Because I was asking them, I was like, how often do you skydive? And they're like, oh, well, every day. So I was like, how many times have you done this then? And the guy that was in tandem with me, he was like, oh, this is like my 4,000th or 12th drop or something crazy like that. And I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
see, no, that's
I don't think I could do that.
just think
a
about
lot.
that.
Like, is there brain damage involved?
I'm like,
just
I'm sitting here like thinking about like every day I wake up every morning and put my one pants leg on at a time going,
yeah,
yeah, so babe, go ahead and suck this dick one last time. Why do you say that every day? Because I may not come
You
home.
never know.
Like, you never know. Or, yeah, I know we had an argument last night, but you better make up to me because it may not see me again.
You know, that'd be a great way to get her to do whatever you want, though. You never know when's your last day with me, honey. You know?
And on the drive to work, you're like, damn, why did I say that? Like, you're just talking that shit up, like, every day.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That'd be a lot.
What else you like to do?
What else do I like to do? I'm a big family person. I like seeing my siblings when I can. And my older sister's a doctor, so she's moved away, but I can't wait to see her for the holidays. And
Better
stuff,
be glad
so.
you're not one of my siblings, I tell you. If you
Why?
Because if you were one of my siblings, especially, like, we talk shit, like, out the ass.
Really?
So I'd literally be like, you're a motherfucker, you know that? No, I'm not. No, you're fucking somebody's mom, whether you like it or not. I'd be talking so.
You'd be mean. You'd be the one at the family reunion. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I was like, so you want the brown gravy or the right gravy?
You fucked up for that one. Oh, man.
So do you want the breast?
Or yeah.
You know
Oh,
she's
God.
want extra on the yams. Give her the extra yams.
I actually love yams.
I know
Don't be
you
dissing
do.
my yams.
I'd be talking so much shit. It would be hilarious. And people, would,
mean.
after a while, like imagine, is your sister married?
Oh, yeah, they both are.
Okay, so think about that. It's like their first time coming to like the family Thanksgiving, family Easter, family Christmas, all the different things. Like the jokes would be just flying, and the guys would be like, "What are you talking about? Why is
I
this so
wish.
hilarious?"
Honestly, I wouldn't even mind. My sisters are so. I'm the quietest one, actually. Like when we sit down, I'm usually just.
I don't know. I'll watch your
listening.
videos. We'll see how quiet you are.
I know my videos aren't quiet, but I
No,
am with family.
Trust me. I don't know. I'm not big into like watching porn. I don't know why.
I'm not either.
It just doesn't.
It's not my thing.
I'd rather just do it. Like if why watch it when you can do it?
Yeah,
Or even if
100%.
I have my stints of self-celibacy where I discipline myself. Even in relationships, they get so pissed off and be like, he won't even fuck me. Why aren't you fucking me? They don't even realize, like, I'm working on my self-discipline. I don't need to fuck you all the time. 2, you can go ahead and miss this dick because when I fuck you again, you can be like, oh my God. It's like,
Yeah, sometimes the
it's a
anticipation
reset.
is worth it.
yeah,
you
it's
know?
a reset.
Yeah.
Fucking take the goddamn reset.
I
You
agree.
don't need this dick all the fucking
See,
time.
I used to get so angry if like I had an ex who like they would watch porn instead of just like doing a quickie or having me come over. I'm like, God damn it, like that was for me. Why? Like, why are you giving it to the screen and not me?
Well, and then
But I'm not jealous.
there's another thing too. As a man who can control when I release, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yet when you allow your body to reset, when you do it again, it's actually better.
Really?
Yeah, because like you're not getting it on a regular basis. You're not holding it on you're not practicing that shit.
Yeah.
Like I say, I can't wait for the day where I actually fuck somebody and it's like a legit quickie, or like I legit come on accident. Like, he's a minute man. I've been waiting for this shit for years.
You have no idea.
Never like fuck you. I don't know if you just don't know what just happened. Like, I'm just waiting for that one day where that actually happens.
It's gotta be like real special, or
It'll be
caught you
special
off
for me.
guard.
That'll be the one time it's like, oh my God, he's emotional. He's crying. It's like, yes, I fucking did it. No, motherfucker, you came in like 2 minutes. You're like, no shit, Sherlock. You know how long I've been waiting for this to happen?
But see, like, I think it depends too, because like, are you into some really weird shit, or are you pretty vanilla?
Well, it depends on the person. This is the thing. Again, as a pleaser, if you're like, choke me, put my hands behind my back, tie me up, dude, I will oblige every fucking thing that makes you happy.
Okay.
Flog me. I got it. Let's go. Don't have any handcuffs. Maybe
Oh,
we can get
flog
some
them, not
hand-
you.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I can't put myself in the mentality of I'm gonna be your slave.
Oh my God.
Whip me.
You know what's so funny? My freaking roommate, she's beautiful. She goes by Chocolate Goddess on her social media sometimes. And so we'll go back and forth sometimes about like reparations. We have all kinds of conversations. And
You should have brought her with you.
I know. You'll have to have me back and I'll bring her. She's gorgeous. But
She's
I
single?
was telling her she is. She is single.
She ready to mingle?
Beautiful girl. Yeah, she's like 5'8", lean. She was a dancer, but she did mainstream modeling too. So I don't mean porn, like she did actual runway modeling. But she
She definitely needs to be on the show.
she definitely needs to be on the show. I know. I was telling her about it before I came here, but she and I will talk, and I was like, we should do like a reparations thing on OnlyFans where you're whipping me. She was like, I'm pretty sure you'll get banned. I was like, but that'd be pretty genius, right?
See, again, maybe I do need to start a podcast and put it on Pornhub and do some shit like that and be like, so today's show is all about reparations. You see these 3 lovely white girls? They're my slaves today. And just go in, literally.
Oh, Lord.
That would be hilarious.
I think it would sell, though, honestly, because not only are you going to get people who are curious that they want to see it, but also the curious who are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? you're getting exposure, whether it's bad or good, but you're still getting the exposure.
I definitely can no longer do my corporate America job. Like, that's another I can only imagine that. Mr. Bailey, so there was something brought to our attention that we need to have a conversation about. Well, what happened?
There's a video of you
Yeah,
online.
so there was a video. We're just gonna say reparations. I was like, that shit was hot, wasn't it? It's fucking hard.
And you know damn well your white CEO boss is just mad and jealous about it.
And the thing about
man.
it is people know like that I really don't give like 2 fucks. So that's literally what I would be like. Yeah, that shit was fucking hard. It took a minute to put together, but now that it did, that shit was fucking amazing. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to look, man. You don't have to be nice guy. You watched it, didn't you? You're already getting rid of me, so you might as well be honest. Let's just talk about this as men.
Let's be honest. But you know what? I had a corporate job for 3 years, and they knew, and they actually didn't care. I just didn't talk about it at work.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, they know I do my podcast, and I have a lot of. So I used to have what was called Freaky Fridays.
Oh no.
Freaky Fridays were amazing. The call-ins, the stories, the women that sat on the couch, and the things they would say. It got pretty real here. Yeah. So I had chicks showing up in lingerie. Yeah, it was going pretty. It was definitely a go. But I kind of changed it up a little bit just because, like now, since I changed Freaky Fridays into like Friday Night Live,
Mm-hmm.
I just have literally runway models, business owners. There's so many different people because the content's changed a little bit.
That's pretty
Although
cool.
I said maybe once a month or something, I'm gonna just do like a Freaky Friday.
Switch it up a bit.
Yeah, then I'll just call like I'll get you corn stars and my fans of onlyness girls all together and put you guys on the couches and the chairs because there's about to be more mics and more cameras in here,
Mm-hmm.
and then just let you guys just like girl talk, tell your stories, like compare shit, like go in, have fun, like do what you guys do and act like my black ass ain't sitting here.
Just pretend you're not even here. I mean, it's true though, because I have girls that all hear their stories, and I'm like, damn, you did what? like I thought mine were pretty crazy sometimes, but then I'll hear these girls, and I'm like, and that wasn't even on camera? like wait a second. So, I mean, it's fun to hear different experiences and see how far people are willing to go.
Well, yeah, like so. Back when I was in college, I was a bouncer at a club. This is before I became a partner with him, and actually bought the damn club from him because before I before I got that big music check. So here's the crazy part. Above the club was really the office. So you come out the club doors, you go up the stairs, go to the right, and you're in like the office. But the office also had like another room that the owner had turned into a bedroom.
Okay.
So yeah, basically he started running a porn studio out of that shit. So like we would snatch girls out of the club, and you'd always be like, Gabe's got one, because you would see him grab her, and then make that beeline. He took the same route every time, and then on the cameras you see him coming up the stairs,
He was
and
not
it's like
playing
it's
around.
going to the room, right? So.
Yeah.
After seeing and doing that so many times, I would just like listen to like their stories and the different things. And the crazy part, so like you guys, before you do a scene or a different scene, especially with a different company, you're required to get tested. And then they're like, refrain from having sex from anyone else, blah, 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 until you do your scene type shit, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then I'm sitting here watching the porn stars that are going to be in said movie just like meet up and be like, well, we can't fuck anybody else. We're going to be fucking each other. And then like before they ever do their scene, they've already like gotten real acquainted.
I do know people like that.
And I'm like, man, that would actually be kind of fun.
I won't name any names, but we definitely have some guys out there who, hey man, you had 2 scenes today and somehow you still fucked 6 girls? Like, what happened? He's like, well, I was waiting for the first scene. I hit up so-and-so, and then after the scene, there was these 3 girls, and you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, how are you doing 6 girls in a day? Just no issue. And it's not just one guy. There's definitely a lot of guys that do that.
Well, and I think, too, that's another thing is like, in that industry, as a man, you have to have a different type of sex drive.
Yeah, they are pretty high, high and high strung.
So, like, that's why I say, as I'm getting older, I know for sure, like, mine is going up. Which is
crazy. I thought it was women who were supposed to reach.
So here's I don't believe that, and the reason I say I don't believe that is I obviously have friends that are my age too. As a man, this is what's. Think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Think about Hugh Hefner.
Okay.
Okay. Think about Larry Flint. Think about any man, period, that's not married. I think that if you look at married men, because if they're married, like their sex drive is low because, well, your wife ain't fucking you. But again, they're also out cheating.
Yep.
So they're getting pussy all the fucking time. You go to the strip club, what do you see in there? A bunch of horny fucking dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Your industry is multi-billion-dollar industry because of horny men. It's not that our sex drive goes down. I think that it's because like our testosterone levels dip, and they want to say because testosterone dips that sex goes down. No, and then like when I work out, every single time if I truly had like that gym goer chick, she went to the gym with me every fucking night when I go, we probably wouldn't make it out the parking lot.
In the locker room.
No, because I go to EOS. There's too many people there.
I've done it before.
Yeah?
There's ways. Well, that's another story for another
Meet
day.
me at EOS 10 p.m. No, so
it was Vasa, not EOS. But
see, Vasa's not a lot of people there, and they close. See, the EOS is 24/7.
I know. Yeah, they're packed as fuck.
That's why I go at 10 o'clock, because then it's not packed.
Yeah, it's better to go at night.
It's also what makes the parking lot.
But, I mean, you have a point, though. I mean, I think depending on the guy, maybe his sex drive doesn't go down, but maybe his priorities are different, his testosterone's different. And not only that, but I think guys become a little more selective unless it's not readily available, and then they might have to go out. And,
Well,
look
the
for it
average,
stuff.
let's think about that. The average guy can't just, like, go out and get it whenever he wants to.
True.
That's another thing, too.
Yeah. And I think that's hard for girls to understand because we can go out and, like, maybe 8 guys will ask for our number, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, just leave me alone.
I say this all the time.
But
Dicks
guys
are
aren't
being
doing
thrown
that.
at you on a regular basis.
Guys aren't getting girls coming up to them at the bar and
Exactly.
being like, hey,
Like,
you want to come home with me?
It doesn't happen like
I don't think we think about that.
We chase y'all all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why I laugh when, like, if a guy, okay, so I'm huge and I have a lot of conversations about being polygamous, right? The crazy part about that is, well, if you can do it, I can do it too. Yeah, we know you can do it. Like, it's easy for you to get sex. The reason a man who can get sex on a regular basis and from multiple women is held so high is because we have to work for it. What you do is not work. You could
Hey,
right
man,
now.
I put in that work.
But I know what you mean. Yours is different work. Yeah.
But I know what you mean. You mean getting it in the first
Yeah, like
place.
you could
Yeah.
right now. You can walk out my door and go to the bottom of those stairs and say, "Who wants to fuck me?" Somebody's gonna snatch your ass up. They're
Definitely
gonna take
no
that
one
offer.
I would want to snatch me.
True. But I'm saying
yes,
it's
absolutely.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let me do the same shit, or even better. Let's put 100 men outside of that door, and I open this door and say, "She's 100% go for all of you if you're willing. You're gonna have 100 men go at you.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Roll, reverse the roles. Put me on the couch. Put 100 women outside the door, maybe 3 or 4. And you know what you're still gonna say? Well, at least take me on a date. Get to know me. Like I still gotta work.
Okay, I see the point.
So
But there's give and take on both sides. You know, men and women are very vastly different. So
we're
there has to be
hugely
a
different.
give and take from
And
each
that's why,
side.
like, the world we live in today, I hate how it's constantly, well, we can do the same thing you can do. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I think that argument is more that instead of the traditional way, which was court a woman, marry her, make her the stay-at-home mom and wife, men don't want to do that, and our economy certainly doesn't really allow for you to raise a whole family off of one income. So women are stuck having to do both. They're working and cleaning and having kids, and then the marriage is already miserable.
But see, the
because they're
economy
both
didn't
doing
do
the same
that. The
thing.
government did that. The
Well,
government
yeah.
literally tricked women into going, we want to go to work. We want to go to
Right.
work. And then
Well,
now
but, like,
women have to work because
Yeah,
the government
we can't
won.
afford it.
They doubled taxes. They literally,
Mhm.
because now they got to tax 2 people instead of 1.
Exactly.
Cars went from 3,500 to 35,000 and more.
Facts.
Houses went from 7,000 to average now is 439.
I know.
So
I was looking at it, even in Phoenix, you have to make, for the average home, it was like 480, right? So even
Yep.
even at 430, we'll talk about, you had to make a minimum 120 to 148 grand a year to keep your mortgage at less than 28% of your monthly income.
yeah,
That's insane. Do you know how many people are making that out here?
not
Not a lot.
well, to
Like-
make $100,000 period is 13% of the United States.
It's insane. Yeah. So they really don't see that traditional idea, that ideology that we have, it doesn't fit into play anymore, not with what they've created. So we're kind of doomed to this. Well, both partners got to work. Both partners have to make income. And
Well, see, at least
Whole
you're
thing's
smart
thrown
enough
off.
to know and understand that, because there's like the second part of like, how many women are out here right now going, he has to be 6 feet, make 6 figures. And I was like, this is lets me know you don't even understand how money works. You don't
Right.
understand how the world works. You don't understand how hard it is to make that amount of money.
Very
which
hard.
then, if he makes 6 figures and he's doing that, putting up those type of numbers, okay, do you then know what type of woman he's looking for, and are you that type of woman?
well, and here's the thing is that, like, I've never wanted somebody who just is going to take care of me. Like, I'm so independent financially that, and I'm not even trying to brag, I'm just saying that, like, I've always been that way. That I don't even look at their income. You could work at Circle K, and if you're the best man I've ever met, I would still give you a chance.
But let me
It's all
ask you
about
this. How is that
character.
working out for you?
For me,
Yeah.
right now, I just don't date at all by choice. I mean,
So
don't get me wrong.
key to
it's
say
not
it's
that I'm
not working out, because I can tell
It's not
you.
I'm against it. It's not
No,
that I don't want
I'm gonna
it.
say that you get the feeling that a lot of men get in dating today, where you feel like he's possibly using you for your money.
No, not at all. I wouldn't even care because I've been in relationships where I was the breadwinner.
Well, clearly you
Absolutely.
say, fuck, the scenes you were putting up and the money you were making.
What I'm
You make
saying
most
is,
people's salary in a month.
What I'm saying is, I'm never going to be the woman that says, I need you to make this much. I need you to take care of me, because I'm so independent and, like, confident in my abilities to, take care of myself and those around me, that I don't need that. So, like, is that added benefit if they can take care of themselves? Absolutely. But it's not something I look for. It's not something that, like, I'm focused on. I look for character. I look for their morals. That's a big thing.
What is your dream guy?
My dream, just a nice guy.
What's a nice guy? Because so many people
I
say a
mean-
nice guy, but like, give us input on what
Okay.
a nice
For a
guy
woman to say
is.
a nice guy, and this is me coming from talking to so many of my female friends who go for these terrible toxic guys instead.
Thank you, everybody. I want the nice guy, but all you guys, like when I
No.
was in the streets, I love him. Now, the father just taking care of business, he's boring.
I won't name any girls, but I can name quite a few that are not going for the nice guy. So here's the thing. I do want to date, but I want it to be something that we're giving equally, like, as far as attention, time, effort. It doesn't even have to be about money at all. It has to be like, I want to see that you're not, well, one, you're not a piece of shit. And two, like, if I'm going to end up supporting you emotionally, mentally, like, I just want to see some of that back. And these girls are going for guys that are adrenaline rushes, right? I mean, like, even look at narcissistic behavior. You're receiving a dopamine rush when you're having to chase him and validate your own emotions to show him and get him to try to understand what you're going through, instead of going for the guy who they might call him boring, but I'm like, he's not boring. This is normal. This is what it should look like. This is just the guy who, he doesn't have to act toxic or narcissistic. He cares about you, and he wants to be a normal person and give you that attention without the dramatics and the theatrics that somebody else would give you. But these girls get addicted to that dopamine rush. It's kind of like masturbating. It's a quick dopamine rush. It's the same thing. I think people forget that.
True. And the dopamine rush, the love and hip hop relationships is what I call them. They love the drama.
They do.
And as
love
long
drama.
as the drama's there, then the relationship's amazing. As long as he's a handsome, attractive guy, the one that everyone wants, and you can get him, then like, it makes you feel special because he chose you over all these other chicks that he could have. But then you're super pissed off knowing that you find out that he fucked the other chicks. Right? So it's like you're kind of setting yourself up for failure.
Very true.
So
Yeah.
that's why I say the the nice guy is the one that you're gonna end up marrying. The bad part about it is usually you've been fucked over so many times by the bad guy that when you meet the nice guy, there's so much trauma there that you kind of start fucking up the good guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of self-work you got to put in, you know. Get into that therapy. Girls and guys, go through therapy. I don't know why everybody's against that, but do the work, you know. Definitely necessary.
All right, so she wants the nice guy. Give me the nice guy.
Why do you make me sound boring?
There's nothing boring about. First off, your lifestyle's not boring. And
That's very true.
that goes too with the nice guy. With the nice guy, what do you think he would say about your lifestyle?
Gosh, you know, I would hope that someone would look past what you have to do to survive and look into who you are as a person. And I think, unfortunately, most people in general, which is why there's such a taboo around porn, they just look at the action, period. And, you know, nothing, no intention behind it, none of the emotion or anything else. And that's okay, because we're all human. We're all going to judge. We all have our own biases. But I would hope that people would see that there's a reason why I do what I do. It has nothing to do with just pleasure or anything like that, because it's strictly business for me. But
well, I'm gonna tell you guys, once I get it, it's fucking for pleasure. Okay,
for the men.
My goal is to literally just go out here and see how many women I can just make come and get paid to do it.
See, you want that dopamine rush, don't you?
No, I want there. This, you know. No, I'm not even gonna go there. Just gonna leave it alone.
Oh goodness.
There's just something about, I don't know. At one point in time, I had a nice, wonderful menage. And I didn't even come. Didn't want to. Like, I just wanted to do the job. The job was done well.
You are a pleaser.
And it was like, there we go.
You just wanted to watch.
What was there to watch?
Well, you said menage.
Like, I was
like
literally.
menage a trois?
Yeah, true, but they never touched each other. I
Oh,
was
they
literally,
didn't.
I was like a kangaroo. Boop, boop. I was just
so
going
you're
back and forth.
You're the one putting in the
so
work.
literally, I was like, it made her come. Okay, didn't come over here. Made her come, and then went back over there.
Wait, why don't you just pancakes on top of each other, and then you can just in and out?
So again, these are
That's the easiest way.
two women that had never been with women before,
Oh,
but
goodness.
they were all about me and the situation. We were all in the same place at the same time.
Gotcha.
And I put this I said action, and we all became one.
Well, as long as it worked out, no animosity between anyone.
But yeah, sometimes it's just like, and that's what I'm saying, like, it would be fun. I just think it would be fun. It would be fun.
Girls who are scared to do things with other girls, I don't understand, because that was me in high school, right? But when I got into the industry and I ended up doing it for the first time, I was terrified because I had no idea what I was doing. But I was like, oh my God, this makes so much more sense. Women know what women want. So
thank you.
Of course it's going to be great.
Well, not only,
you know, and
not
you don't
only
know
that,
till you
it's
find
like
out.
You're playing with things that you're already familiar
I know.
with.
I'm like, how is this not common
When a
sense?
chick's like, oh my God, I don't know if I could ever eat pussy. It's like, well, I don't know. As many times as my dick has come out of you and right in your mouth, you've already eaten pussy. It's just your own. So
that's very true.
how did you taste?
I
It tastes
know.
good. Okay, well, I'm just gonna tell you, just based off of experience, most women taste good. It's just
Yeah.
it's some.
Women are such better kissers too.
I'm
Ugh.
that I can no.
don't think so?
No.
Okay, in my experience,
Yeah.
maybe not for you, but for me,
Well, I'm just saying,
oof, they've been great.
a pleaser, passionate man
Mm-hmm.
is gonna kiss you way better than.
Maybe.
Dun, 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 dun.
But no, I've had.
This is where sometimes I want like an alternate world when I can be like, okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go in this closet, I'm gonna press this button, I'm gonna show you everything that we just talked about, and then we're gonna come back to this world, and you're gonna remember what happened, but no one's ever gonna know.
I wish there was a feature like that.
I'm working on it. I'm
things.
working on it.
You're working
It's
on
my
it.
own personal benefit.
Get with Elon Musk on that. He would
No, fuck Elon Musk. He's gonna try to take my shit.
only for a percentage, you know.
I don't know. No percentages. I want this to be all
All for yourself.
All for myself.
He's a smart man though.
Just
not gonna
hand
lie.
it down to my child. He's a smart.
He's a very
He's smart
man.
as shit.
Yeah, the kid's name I gotta look past, but
We might find out that's smart for a reason too.
I-
Those
you-
are
who knows?
coordinates to our future. His kid's name are coordinates to our future. We don't even know it.
we won't even know until like 2056 or some shit.
Like I'll be in my deathbed and they'll be like, "Okay, so today we're letting you guys know that the world's about to come to an end, but Elon Musk has actually already taken care of it. His children's name is the coordinates to the world we are now going to."
Crazy.
Hidden right in front of your face.
I wouldn't even doubt it at this point. We're living in the Truman Show. Who knows?
We're
you
living
know?
in the Matrix.
We are. Every day, something new.
All right, where can people find you if they want to find you?
Twitter and Instagram, the Lindsay Lee, Lindsay. There's an X at the end for Instagram, but follow me, DM me. I read all my own DMs. I manage everything myself, so there's no manager behind me. But yeah,
That's not true.
what do you mean?
Hi, so my name is John Bailey. Everybody calls me Bailey. I am the owner of M&B Management. You can go to MNBManagementLLC.com.
You are a manager.
I actually really am.
Yeah,
You want my business card?
I'll
You ever
take
need
it.
a manager? I got you.
I'll put it up online for you.
No, don't put it online.
It's like
I'm not like
no.
Look, so I think I posted it on Facebook. Once that posted on Facebook, tons. Oh, you do management? Oh, you can do no. Like
I'm not doing your.
if
fans
I find
only.
you, that means I'm interested in you, and you've done enough to where you need a manager. You can't sell out your back porch. No, I'm not fucking with you. And then
That's
I can't tell you how many chicks come. Oh, will you manage me with my OF? Because I say it all the time. I start an OF. I'll be a millionaire off of there in 6 months because I know how to do it. I know how to make the numbers. I know how to do the clips and do all these different things. I can make this shit pop, right? And then I'm like, okay, well then we're gonna sit down. We're gonna have an actual meeting. We're gonna talk about this. I'm letting you know it's 20% of anything that I bring in. I'm gonna manage everything. We're gonna do this. I'm already a photographer, videographer, so you can cut your cost on that shit
Sure.
quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing. They never show up. They never show up for the meeting.
And now you understand why I stopped dating women.
Last night's guest, she didn't show up.
Really?
Last Friday. This is the crazy. Friday was hilarious to me.
Oh,
Friday's
wow.
guest didn't show up. Then she deleted her Facebook.
What?
So she told me she was going to be late. So I'm like, cool. So be late. I'll start the show late. I was about to post it and everything. She deleted her shit.
Wow.
So I obliged the fact that you would be late and then you fucking delete your shit. Then Saturday morning, she messages me, says, I'm sorry. Can we please reschedule? I really want. Now, keep in mind, she begged me to be on the show 5 weeks ago.
Okay.
So she knew she had this show for 5 weeks in advance. And then flaked last minute. And
Wow.
then Saturday begs me to be on the show. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to be honest. I don't reschedule. What you did was very unprofessional. This is, at the end of the day, this is my business. I run it as a business. I don't reschedule, especially with the way you did things.
Right.
Then it was like, well, fuck your show. It's not like you do shit anyway. I was going to make your show pop in. I was like, okay, like you're none of your social media is even popping. What the fuck are you talking about? Like you can't even make it to a damn interview. Stop it.
I know. I hate it when I've set up collabs with girls and they don't show or don't text me, and I don't think you understand. So when I test, it's $250 every time, and we do swabs, oral, rectal. We also test for ureaplasma and mycoplasma, which are now common out here, and probably don't even know what those are. But I'm testing for a lot of things. You do?
Yes.
Good. Well, a lot of people don't, and I test for all that shit, and I'm like, here's my number. I'll even pay for the hotel. Let's do a collab, because I love shooting with girls. Fucking flake. And I'm like, I bet if I had a dick, they would not flake like this. But I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
So this is the thing, and I have this theory, and it just is what it is. If they're flaking on you, understand they flake on men 10 times more. And the reason for this is there's no reason. Women today, modern women, do not respect men at all. But why would you respect someone that they're coming at you a dime a dozen?
That's true. That's true.
Like, there's no need for me to respect your time, your platform, your anything. When, one, you're no one to me. Two, there's probably 5 or 10 other people trying to do the exact same thing.
Right.
And you feel like you're going to get a better version of some shit somewhere else. And I say, at the end of the day, one, like, I mean, you're sitting here. This is a damn command center. This is like a whole fucking, this is a TV station.
Yeah.
2, literally right now, not a glitch, not a problem, not a hitch. 5 streaming platforms you're on right now. The moment I hit stop, it goes to a 6th one as well.
Damn.
Then I clip the shit out of these things and just send them all over the internet from here to fucking China. And then just watch the numbers. So occasionally, you know, I'll post up some shit on like Facebook of just like what my analytics are.
Mm-hmm.
And my analytics are absolutely ridiculous. So my reach, 161.8K.
Wow.
New followers a day, 340. Engagement, 15,000. Content published, 113 different posts.
It's a lot.
To the day.
Yeah.
I literally set all this stuff up and then like put it on a timer, and it's called TweetDeck. You pay for it, but I literally take everything and put it in there, and then it's scheduled. This goes out at this time, this time, this time, and this time. And what I do is, in my own free time, I'll test out algorithms in different places to see where it actually goes and where it actually hits and where it takes off.
Right.
And when I see that the algorithm has slightly changed, then I go back in there and I change the scheduled times to when it did it. The other night, I posted something at 1 o'clock Friday morning, woke up at 6 o'clock Saturday morning, and had over 20,000 views.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit, okay. Huh. And then here's the other crazy part, especially with some of the conversations they have. 68% of my views, my biggest demographic is women.
Really? That actually shocks me.
I didn't think I was that attractive.
They're all coming to see Big Bear.
Like, oh, we're going to go
What was
see
it, Chocolate Bear?
Big Daddy, Chocolate Daddy.
Chocolate Daddy. Oh, man.
Energizer Brown Bear. Come to Daddy.
That's got to be your stage name now.
Next time she sees, hey, Energizer.
I can see
All
it
right.
now.
What's anything you got coming up?
Yeah, there's always stuff releasing, so just keep an eye out. My Twitter's always posting new stuff. You gotta understand, some of this stuff will post a year later, so I've always got new stuff coming out that I've done, and I'm looking to do a lot of girl. I don't have any of it on my
I got some girls I could hook you up with.
OF, so I'm looking to do something with Brittany Amber. And hopefully that'll pan out, and that'll be a really good
Brittany
collab.
Amber?
She's got like 658,000 on Twitter. She's blowing up. She's been around for a little while, but I can't wait. I'm excited to do girl content. And
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna be your manager. I'm just gonna come to the shoots and just chill out. Who's that big handsome brown bear over there? Oh, you should go have some fun with him.
Then you got to show up to AVN.
I'll do
How
that.
fun is?
I will definitely do that.
It's actually a lot of fun.
You're about to be my new best friend.
I can see it. We'll be best friends.
Hey, best friend.
I'll get you in the after parties.
Now, this is the crazy part. Well, I would say I can get you, but I'm pretty positive you can get yourself in a lot of shit too, because it's a lot easier. But the fact that
I've been kicked out of places before.
I book shows for every major artist in the music industry, so there's a lot of shit that I can get people into. I just don't advertise it.
Yeah.
And I know I'm out of the party stage, but to go be around a bunch of naked, beautiful women, I ain't gonna lie, that I have no problem doing.
And they're also nice, you know.
I know, and I'm just a
Just having
nice,
fun.
sweet, happy guy. And I tell people all the time. I think even we had that conversation. People don't understand that I talk a lot of shit, and it's kind of flirty sometimes too. And they're like, "I hope you're not trying to fuck me." I'm like, listen,
Look, sweetheart.
that is. I'm not gonna tell you no because I'm a man. I'd fuck the shit out of you, but that is not the reason why I just said what I said or what we were. I was just being a jackass talking shit.
No, yeah.
I do that with everybody. Like my mom used to hate that shit. Rest in peace.
Aw.
But I
Rest in
talk
peace, Mom.
shit to everyone.
I was telling somebody, you know, they did this study, and you know how men talk about or think about the Roman Empire very often. Didn't even know that was a thing until recently. But they did a study, and just as much as men think about the Roman Empire, women think about being kidnapped. So to put that into perspective, I think women are just always on high alert with men for good reason.
No, it's
But
not.
we definitely come off as like attitude
but
and rude.
It's not
and, you know.
like that's the crazy part is when we as men, like our first thought process is to protect you.
Not everybody.
Well, again,
I would hope, but
there's
not everybody.
Okay, well, first and foremost, there's a demographic of motherfuckers that's not looking to protect you. They want to throw you
Right.
in the back of their van. I don't meet that demographic.
No, you don't. But I'm just saying. I think.
But
that's
for the
why women-
majority, men look to protect women. Now, yes, there are the crazies out there that are looking to like just throw you in the back of their van and disappear off of the face of the earth and do crazy shit, right?
Mhm.
But I think it's just put on TV so much and in shows that women are always the victim. But like if you look at the numbers, the FBI numbers, like
I do actually. You're
If-
talking to the wrong girl.
yeah, if me and you leave the house, something gonna happen to me long before it happens to you.
I won't say it on here, but we'll definitely have to talk statistics because I'd be looking at the Department of Justice and FBI facts, and then I pull out some facts. For
Yeah,
people.
trust me.
And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, you never knew, did you?"
Yeah, so I look at the shit and I was like, yeah, when it comes to violent crimes and violent things happen now, when it comes to let's call it Taken, like the movie. Now, they're not gonna try to put me in the back of a van before they try to put you in the back of the van.
Correct.
But I always say this too. 9 times out of 10, y'all stay in very public areas where it's hard
Because
for
we
you.
have to.
But where it's hard for you to be taken. So
True.
if something were to happen, there's actually way more people that's gonna come help you.
Yeah, but look at the woman
Five-
who got hit with a brick in the face. There was 8 men standing by. Not a single one stopped
You
him.
know that was actually fake. She put saline in her face. All of that was fake. She'd actually
I'm
did that
just saying,
before.
There's been a lot
She
of
got
videos that
$60,000
surfaced.
4
All right,
years prior to that
Since
with
you're
her
Mr.
craziness.
Facts, there are 33,000 girls sold as a child bride every day in the world. That's every day. There are more women as child and female sex workers than there are as boy like labor slaves. So, in perspective of the world, women have always been owned.
True.
objects.
Now in
we're
the
the
Middle
bunnies
East,
of the
in the
world.
Middle East, even
Bottom of the food
Africa,
chain.
like in other countries,
Mm-hmm.
like the women, they want the women, 12, 13 years old, become
Yeah.
brides because, well, you reach your sexual maturity by like 15, 16, and they know that they're virgins, but like they also have dowries and certain things. Like that's the epitome of grooming.
Right. Yeah, we're objects.
Yeah, they're grooming But it's for like family and lineage, and they're not meant to have.
But we also
kids.
have like no rights. We can't vote.
Yeah,
Can't
like
and I mean, in China alone, there's 40 million men without a bride because there aren't enough women because of their
because of their
one-child
laws
law
where
that
they
had
well
and
yeah, it
everything,
was
so-
one child, and if their firstborn child was a girl, then they literally killed the child until you had a
And they
boy.
could try again for
Yep.
one time for boy. Yeah, I did
So,
a lot of research on this, but
we,
my point
we would have
being-
great conversations because
my
trust
point-
me, I know all this shit too.
my mom's a feminist domestic violence victim advocate. I was raised in the right home, okay? So I got all the facts. But no, women are always going to be like objects to some degree, and we're never going to be fully equal. At the rate we're at right now, it would take 108 years to completely close the pay gap. I think the only industry we make more money
You
than
really
men
still
is
think
this
there's a
one.
pay gap?
No, there is. This is coming from statistics, not your opinion.
No.
These are statistics.
No. So yeah, but
On
we,
it, if we're talking blue collar level like warehouse, the pay gap is a lot smaller. But when we get into corporate and we get into the higher white collar business jobs, yes, the pay gap is a lot larger.
But do you
and it
know
would
why the
take
pay gap
108
is
years.
larger?
I don't care why it is. I'm going to tell you.
Well, no,
if women and
have
men
to
want
care.
equality,
we
then
have
we
to
need
care
be
about the
treated
why.
equally, so.
The why is those women become mothers, so you have to take off of work. Women actually 88% of the time take vacation and leaves, where men 93% of the time work overtime. So it's not that there's a pay gap. It's when you look at hours worked of men
But as
to
the
hours
producers
worked
of
of
children
women.
of the world, we have to take that time
No.
off to have a child.
But that's the thing. It's not that. It's
Like-
not being held against you.
No, but I'm talking about women who are single, women who are not having children. It doesn't matter. I'm saying even hired.
But if you
women
take
accept
women,
a lower
if you,
salary than men, and
Well,
this is very, very common.
that's also
and not
a
every
whole-
employer is
no, no.
thinking in advance.
Now
Oh, well,
that's-
she might get pregnant one
That's
day, so we're
that's
going
a
to pay
whole
her
other
less.
thing too. Women will accept a lower rate, whereas a man, even if you are like my boy Oz, it doesn't matter what job he goes for. He is no, you got to pay me more. Whereas you can take, and I know because I'm in corporate America, like high corporate America.
So then maybe we should be teaching our women to value themselves more, right?
Well, you guys are like 67% of the school base, and I don't understand, like, for all the degrees and stuff that so many are getting, why they're still not asking for more.
It's because of how the
we're
men
asking for
treat
more
us.
in relationships. 6 figures, 6 feet. That okay, well, ask for like if you're asking your man to
So-
make 6 figures, ask your job to pay you 6
Since
figures.
it's October and it's still Domestic Violence Victim Awareness Month, I'm going to put this out there.
Put it out
I
there.
think, but my fact about how women think about kidnapping, just as much as men think about the Roman Empire, women have been oppressed sexually and violently, physically for so long that, I think we are brought up almost timidly and to be scared and ask first. And I think it's a big thing that if we do eventually want full equality and you want to be independent, yeah, you're gonna have to break those norms, but you're also gonna have to be raised thinking that, okay, well, if I want to protect myself, I'm gonna learn self-defense. I'm gonna ask for more. I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm gonna be confident. And I think that it's discouraged a lot for girls and women growing up. And not only that, but 1 in 3 women are sexually assaulted in their life. That number's a lot lower for men. Children, right? 1 in 9 girls under the age of 18 are assaulted sexually. 1 in 20 for boys. So that number's, less than half, right, of the girls. And so that number, it's like we got to raise our boys better and we got to raise our girls better. And until we do that, we're just going to be in this perpetual cycle where women are asking for more, and it seems like a lot, but it's because we are facing a lot of these other obstacles and adversities that men are not, and I don't think they'll ever understand until they're in their shoes.
Well,
you don't have to look behind your back to get kidnapped, going to QT.
Here is the bad. Here's the bad part about it, though. And as a father of a daughter, like most of exactly what you said is so very true, right? The only thing, the 1 in 3 and the 1 in 4, like they say, 1 in 4 college females is something in. No, that's. The companies that did that were so biased, and they were. So let's say me and you had a sexual encounter, and it was it was consensual, right? But you were like, but I kind of regretted it. after the
You
fact
can't speak up
because
for all those situations
I'm not.
where you don't
I'm
know.
not speaking at what I'm saying is they have. It's been proven that they were then calling those sexual assaults.
Those numbers might be like that, but at the same time, when you're looking at the domestic violence calls for, even Phoenix PD and
But do you
and
know
all
who
around
has the
world,
highest domestic violence in the world?
men on men is what 56%?
Women on women
No,
on
it's
women
not.
in
We just looked up the 2022 numbers
women on
for
women.
the resource fair yesterday, so I actually know this.
Women
The
on
National
women is
Coalition
actually
Against
higher.
Domestic
No, so I'm
Violence
speaking
puts
women.
it
If we
out.
compare women to men and women, more bisexual or lesbian relationships have more domestic violence than men on women.
Where is that stat?
We'll pull it up as soon as we get done.
I was about to say.
And
I don't know where the hell you're getting that number. But
there's a new
department.
stat that just came out, which was actually hilarious to me, where the divorce rate now for women gay marriages is now 72%, and they're arguing the exact same reasons as why women leave men.
I mean, I don't doubt that. I would think that relationships are troublesome no matter what. Half of marriages fail right now, period. So it's definitely
56%.
It's crazy. But no, I mean,
But what I was going with, yes, I agree with that like 100%. And what I look at and I say about women today is, for all the equality and the freedom they have, this is where I don't agree with the Meg Thee Stallions, the City Girls.
Oh, God.
Fucking,
they don't speak for me.
No, but the bad part about it is they don't speak for you, but they're like the face of womanhood in the world today that a lot of these little girls are looking up to. And guess what they're doing? They're sexualizing themselves. And it drives me absolutely crazy because, again, 14-year-old daughter, guess who she has to look up to? I would rather my daughter look up to someone else where you're not glorifying sexuality and selling yourself basically for other men. And that's the bad part. For as much as women fight for women's rights and equality and everything else, the people that are working against you the most are women.
You know why? It makes us the most money. Because the demand is there.
But we have to.
If men weren't buying it, we would not be doing it.
We have to get away from the money. The money is the root. This is the epitome of the root of all evil.
Money is literally what makes the world spin right now.
Money,
that's where we're at right now. No, I mean, it's true when you look at it. Fundamentally,
I'm waiting to see what happens on November 1st or after November 1st.
Yeah.
Or, Bricks?
Yes.
That goes live November 1st.
Okay.
That could be the game changer. That's where billionaires turn to millionaires, millionaires turn to thousandaires, and thousandaires are broke.
Yeah.
55%.
They're destroying that middle class.
The middle class is currently gone right now.
I know.
So
you're either poor or you're rich. There's no longer an in between.
Yeah, there's no longer an in between. Yeah. The suburbs are you're now rich if you can live in the suburbs. That's
insane to think about.
Like there's big rich and there's baby rich. That's it. Big rich and baby rich.
That's it.
See,
we could talk all day. I can go on about any kind of subject.
This is the thing. My podcast has 0 time limits. And I tell people this all the time. Like, how long is your podcast going to be? I'm like, it depends on the conversation. Because the thing about it is, I'm really big time nerd. Like, super nerd. So, that's why I allow people to choose the topics. Because when they choose the topics, right, and they tell me, I was like, okay, cool. Maybe go brush up on this, go brush up on that. And sometimes I don't have to do shit because it's like, okay, well, I've already talked about that like 1,000 times. Let's go.
Okay.
So that's the fun part.
What normally do your girls talk about?
What do you think women like to talk about the most?
Boys.
Relationships.
Boys.
Yeah. Boys in love and
my boobies.
Why shit doesn't work out, which I'm cool with it, right? But like this is the only thing that I have with It's not that I don't like talking about it because it's just overkill at this point, but it's the fact that it doesn't matter how often or how much we talk about it. You're not listening. Like, I just want to know what a man thinks. Okay, well, this is what a man thinks. No, that's not what he. I'm the actual man here. I can tell you. I can't speak for all men, but I can tell you this: 95% of men, if their wives, girlfriends was okay with them sleeping with whoever, whenever, they're taking that hall pass every day of the week.
Very true.
There's no questions about that. The
Yeah.
fact that they don't understand that.
That's why I don't mind having a threesome with a guy I'm with. You know, I rather it be in a safe, controlled environment. And I mean, that goes for a lot of things in life. But I rather be in a safe, controlled environment than like feeling like I'm out of the loop, you know? And I think that's what scares a lot of women.
And that's the thing. Like, it's going to be harder for you to find that certain type of guy because that also requires him to be honest with you.
Very true.
Like, see, in my relationships, and again, I'm the type of person where I say I'm probably going to have 2 or 3 wives, point blank, period. And I'm honest about the shit. Like, there's no female that could ever be like, well, he lied to me or he cheated on me. He didn't. No. You knew everything. As a matter of fact, you even participated most of the time. So you can't sit here and be like, I didn't know about it. Bullshit. You fucking knew.
Yeah.
But there's so many, even my friends. I have certain people where it's like, I'm going to fuck with this. Why don't you tell you? I'm like, tell your chick. I'm like, why? It's like, because it'll keep you out of fucking trouble. It'll keep your relationship together, or it'll make your marriage better, whether you know it or not. And like, do this. What I want you to do, which is like, this is something that I've done, where because you have one in your phone, motherfucker, where you fuck somebody else that's not your girl. Oh. Show that video to your girl and ask her how she feels. Now, after you ask her how she feels, take your hand and put it between her legs. Show her how wet she is. See, what you say and what you truly feel are 2 totally different things because the world has taught women to be outraged over.
Well, but you have a very insecure woman who is going to live by the traditional idea and who didn't grow up or have that validation and confidence that they needed. They may not be even turned on by that. In fact, they might be, I'm not going to say traumatized. That's quite a big word, but I would say that they're hurt because they want to feel validated. They want that confidence. They want that special treatment. And so depending on the woman, if she grew up confident or if she has gained that confidence and security, she will be turned on and she will be okay with it. You know,
think about just the confidence. Your man literally comes and says that I want you to be he has the utmost confidence and respect. Because I think it's disrespectful to do something
you'd think it's like that, but in the woman's eyes, it's like, oh, so I'm not good enough to keep you satisfied. But that's where the argument lies.
But in reality, let's be honest about that. How many women do you know have been cheated on?
All of them.
Thank you. Even the most beautiful women in the world.
Which I feel
even
is
your
wrong.
own
I don't feel every man should cheat.
Angelina Jolie, your Beyonce, every extremely beautiful woman in the world, rich, famous, everything in the world that you think you could ask for, and they still get cheated on. So guess what?
Which is fucking crazy.
To grow up,
fuck would cheat on Beyonce?
Jay-Z.
You are and look at him.
But see, but that goes back.
God.
Women are held to the beauty standard. Men are held to the what we can provide standard. She's worth $425 million. He's worth now $2.5 billion. So
that doesn't justify cheating.
It's not a justification. It's when women look at men, you look at us for what we can provide for the most part.
Well, I don't.
So
but women do.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So for so many women in the world, he becomes the most attractive man in the world because, well, he's got $2.5 billion. Right?
Nothing.
Whereas Beyonce is the most attractive woman in the world because she's just fucking attractive.
Yeah, I'd fuck Beyonce.
Thank you. So like there's a difference. So when we look at those the that's where the leverage is. We call it the game of leverages. Right? Because you're beautiful, you end up on the yachts at all the parties in Miami. But on the yacht, there's 3 men, 3 multimillionaires, and 13 girls. But the 13 girls, what do they do for a living? Oh, I work at Subway. Oh, I'm just a barista at Starbucks, right? But the one thing they all have in common, they're extremely beautiful.
Right.
So they've earned nothing, but these men have earned everything.
That
And
was like at Drake's after party at Toca Madera. It was all Baller Slippers girls.
Thank you. So you look
and I'm
at
like, y'all are competing for this one man who's probably already gone.
So the crazy part is all of y'all, the only thing what got you through the door is your beauty. Now,
Right.
if you actually have brains and something to offer, that's what keeps you around the most. Now,
I would
take
agree.
my black ass and remove ever being signed to Sony, remove all the investments, remove everything, right? I'm not getting in the parties. I'm not going on the boats. I'm not even invited. Those motherfuckers walk past me and don't even look at me at all.
But to the right woman, she'll look at your heart and your
No,
personality.
not the woman. I'm talking about the men.
Amy in the life.
Like men as a whole, we respect men that achieve something.
True.
Women respect men that achieve something. The guy, like you said something that is like earth shattering. You'll notice the guy at the gas station, the CVS. 90% of women walk past them and never look their way. Why? Because they know he's making minimum wage or a little bit over minimum wage. He offers me nothing. They go on a Quick Trip every day or Circle K. They go get gas all the time. And the dude could be attractive, but it's the job. Because of his job alone, he's automatically disqualified because he can't offer you stability.
No, I agree that that's definitely a very popular perspective in what women are doing. However, remember what I said in the beginning? I look at morals.
Well,
I look at personality.
You're so
and
much
that's
different.
what will change you. Like if I have 2 of something, I'm going to give one away. That's the trait I want to see, not somebody who like is going to ask, "Oh, how much money do you make a year?" Cuz to be honest, materialistic things don't last. You know, relationships, love, other things.
What are you talking
will
about? This
last.
couch has made it for like.
I
no,
mean-
I'm joking.
Mine don't. I went through a bed in a year.
Well, you're also doing a little bit more than the usual.
But my point being, like, we shouldn't be so focused on worldly. And this is why I'm tatted, okay? I've got Galatians 6:17 here. I've got the NOTW for not of this world here from Romans 12:2, and I've got Titus 2:11 through 15 here. My point being, I'm not focused on the things of the world. I'm focused. Don't get me wrong. It's very hard to survive without them. But it should not be your focus. It shouldn't be your desire. It shouldn't be what runs you. I think that
I've
what should
always
run you
said
is love for others.
me personally, like the number one reason that I started this podcast was to have like these real conversations, which is why the name of the shows are like therapy sessions, couple therapy. Why? Because there's usually a message in the conversation that goes a lot deeper. And what I've always said is like right now, the way dating is absolutely atrocious.
Oh, it's terrible.
But if we don't start having conversations, it's not going to change. And
Yeah, it won't
as
change.
a parent, I look at what is currently going on, and like you stated something that is horrible. Imagine a world where women can start having kids without men, and they create that, which then men basically makes men where they're no longer needed. Okay? You want to talk about going back to some barbaric ways? We are
I'd pay to see
fucking
it.
crazy. Okay? You want to be grabbed by your hair again and drug into a cave? Because that's what it would lead to if a world gets to that point to
Guess
where
we'll see.
women can really say that, because men are then going to start we're gonna have soup. Well, I think we're already in soft boy era because men are fucking weak as shit. Like they're bitches.
But I mean, you know what? With an all-girl world, we wouldn't need those rape buttons on campus. So, there'd be some benefits for sure. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
it would get
problematic.
worse before it gets better. And that's the bad part about it. And I don't think like we have to look at Roman history, and that's why so many men think about the Roman Empire. Because, well, we're also currently living the Roman Empire right now. If people really want to look at how the Roman Empire failed, they were paying for 5 to 6 wars. At one point in time, they had armies spread out throughout the world in different areas, which made it easier to take them out one by one by one by one.
And they stopped protecting their women and children. That was a big part of it too.
And what is
Which
happening?
is fundamental for society.
What is happening in the current world we live in today? Men are
Same thing.
stopping to, right? But that also goes back to the point that the women in the Roman Empire began to outnumber men, which is the same thing we have in the world as a whole right now today. Women outnumber men slightly, but it is. So it
Probably
can get
due to China.
it can get to the point of I don't need a man. I can do the same thing they did. They were getting treated equally. And then boom. The world said, fuck this. We're going to go ahead and attack them. They've gotten at the weakest they've ever been. As long as men are the one thing that keep the world safe, but we're also the one thing that makes the world chaotic. So when you have a bunch of weak men, the men like me, the alpha men, or I wouldn't really call myself alpha, but the man's man, the strong man, the one with morals and characters, looks at you and go, you're a fucking bitch, and I don't think you need to be here anymore. I'm coming to take all your shit. You got all those beautiful women and children over there. I'm coming to take your shit and all your riches that go with it. That's then what happens.
That's barbaric.
Welcome to a man's world. But she says that's barbaric as she also goes, but bend me over, pull my hair, choke me.
What can I say? I'm a pleaser.
I want the barbarian to take me.
You know, if all the men died tomorrow, I would get to do anything in the world I wanted with no fear. But I would also have no money because they're literally the ones buying what I make.
I said this. Imagine if the lights went out right now for good. It would absolutely deflate 90% of the world's money.
Oh, for sure.
Sex would no longer sell.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women would. I don't think we would ever hear I don't need a man ever again. Like that would totally disappear.
It's crazy to think about.
No, I said that's one of the biggest things that I say quite often is if the lights went out right now, like I don't think we understand that we're so fucking stupid that we've put all these wild animals in zoos. Those gates open. Prison
Very true.
doors get opened.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of households that there's no man there. And when chaos comes about, violent men become more violent. Testosterone kicks in. And there's a lot of things. And at that point in time, the better men of us are going to have to protect women from the bad part. And then there's a lot of women who always said, I could beat a man's ass. I could do this. I could do that. Yeah, until you find a very rageful man.
It's Arizona. I just have guns for that.
True.
I've got 3. They come with me. But I know what you're saying.
Around the world, that would be a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
And my biggest, it's like
God, can you imagine the purge?
the lights go out at night and they really don't come back on. And after a while, flashlights and all that shit are dead. Cars are done. You can't give it about a month. All that's done. Now, when the sun goes down, you better have somewhere to go to. because these critters, like, they stay away from the Phoenix area. But the moment that there's no more city lights, car lights, these motherfuckers is gonna be moving around.
Are we talking about animals or people now?
Animals and the people.
Yeah.
So the worst of the
Both.
worst are gonna be hitting the streets, and then the animals are gonna be right behind them.
God, that'd be terrible.
Talk about going back to prehistoric times.
When I was growing up, though, I grew up like literally in the middle of nowhere. It was Sahuarita, way south Arizona, population like 2,200, and
That sounds horrible.
8 acres of land. Your closest neighbor's like a half mile away. Just lots of wildlife, and
You
it's-
just sound
it gets
like
pitch
explaining
black.
a scary movie plot.
I mean, I got into the city, obviously, but that start off, I mean, I lived out there for probably like my first 10 years. So, yeah, I learned to walk barefoot outside and catch scorpions.
See,
and that
the
was
crazy
my
part is you're
entertainment.
wearing a Playboy hat. I literally just had a playmate on last week
Did you?
who was with Playboy, and she was saying the same shit. Growing up in Louisiana, walking around barefooted. What is it with you
I don't
barefoot in
know.
the country as girls? Y'all all turn out to be just super adult freaks.
I guess so. Something in that dirt makes us freaky. I don't know what it
Shit,
is.
maybe
Wait,
I
who
need to
was
go
it?
play in the dirt more. Fuck, I'm missing out.
Who was this beautiful playmate?
Bree Usi.
Okay. I think I've heard that name.
I'll have to. I'll
have
send
to look
you.
it up.
I'll send you the show and her
I actually-
Instagram.
My other Playboy hat was given to me by Anna Fox at the AVN. She was with Holly Rupert, who's I think she's the director of Playboy, but I've been a fan for a long time, which is why I have the tattoo on my ass. And she gave me the hat, and I was like, oh my God, now I just cherish that thing. It's in my room, so.
I don't even know who
Good
is
brand.
in porn today that I would just absolutely want to just manhandle. That's the crazy
There's like 92,000 people in the industry now, and that's old numbers. That's like before the COVID OnlyFans blow up. So I can only imagine what it is now. But there's so many people.
part. OnlyFans has turned the industry into a bit of a mockery.
Free for all. Anyone can do porn. It's like the Ratatouille.
Well, anyone could do it in the first place. They just didn't get paid for it before.
Right.
And-
right.
Ooh, you know what? I didn't think about that. You know how much money people are making by just posting their home videos on Pornhub?
Some are doing a lot.
That's a lot of. I've heard some crazy numbers.
Yeah.
I got a whole production here. I was like, maybe I should start fucking in the living room.
Seriously, though, I mean, God, during COVID, when my ex had lost his job, we were doing some streaming weekly, and I would give him the profit because I was still working. I was with Amazon, and God, he was like, I don't think I can do it. He had a really hard time, so I'd have to pretend a lot because he was not used to being on camera. But like, yeah, he was making more money than he had seen in a day, and it was like, well, I guess this does work, you know? Just stream yourself live. But it's definitely opened up a lot of doors for people.
I don't know. I'd have to have a certain kind of chick for that.
Yeah.
She's got to be. I don't know. I don't see like the average chick. Just she's got to be.
Different animal.
Yeah, she's got to be. She's got to be a beast.
You gotta be a beast.
Two. Well, yeah. Babe, let's go to work. We just got done an hour ago. Let's go. Let's just do it again. Let's just do it.
Let's run that shit back.
Just think about all the people that didn't see us before. Like you took a nap. Fucking let's go.
It's true. The number one chatterbait room is actually a couple in Florida that I did a scene with. And yeah, they literally just do home threesomes. Super fun. It's
So
called,
when do you want to start?
We'll talk about that.
She said, we'll talk about.
We'll talk about that. Maybe I'll bring my roommate. You know? Oh man, but yeah,
that would be
it does
hilarious.
make it's a good option
And
for the men who can keep it hard on camera.
I would
It's a good option.
I would put a blindfold on Grogu. So I know everyone would be like, "Is that Grogu with blindfold on?
Oh my god, that's funny.
All right, again, where can they find you at?
Twitter, Instagram. You have me talking about too much. Twitter and Instagram. The Lindsay Lee. There's an X at the end for Instagram. You'll know it's me. I get asked a lot if I'm a bot. It's me. I literally am the only one who runs my pages, which is why I'm slow to answer DMs sometimes. But yeah, it's me. There's always fun stuff. There's links. You'll see some free content on there, if you will, on Twitter. So yeah.
This is the hilarious part, and I have to point this out. Every person that says I'm slow to respond to DMs, you motherfuckers respond to me within like 10 to 15 minutes. The Miss Playboy, she's like, well, she's married for one. Mm-hmm. She's like, I never respond to anybody. I never check my shit. I was like, what is on my profile that actually makes people respond then?
I think it's because you're not doing the, what are you doing, babe? Come over. You're not acting like the rest of them. You know, we skim through that shit and we're like, no. We can't.
That shit.
We can't be looking through all that shit.
It's hilarious. And the thing about it is I've never used like social media platforms to like hit on chicks and shit. Mm-hmm. But now it's made me like totally rethink that, because I'm like, at this point, my close rate is very, very high. I will show you my calendar if you haven't even, like, people don't even understand. Like, I have 2 phones. My calendar, well, for...
He got 2?
Look at October.
Oh, it's one for the bitches. Oh, wow.
6 nights a week, fully booked.
Busy boy.
Click to go slide over to November. I've already started. It's already started.
Yeah, you're already like halfway through November. I'm thinking about food on Thanksgiving, and you've got like 13 before that. Like, fuck.
I got 2 in one day.
Man, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Thank you.
It's impressive though.
And they're like, "What are you doing? Like, how are you doing this?" I'm like, honestly, I just started just reaching out.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if this is what jumping in DMs is like really like, I'd be married already, I guess. Shit, who knows?
It's got to be the way you're doing it, though. You got to teach these men, you know?
I try to. That's what I got this podcast for. I
got to teach these boys.
People don't like to listen. Well, and then I think, too, it's like, hey, I've been around women for a long time. So.
Experienced.
Listening, taking the time to listen, and listening to learn, not listening to respond. And then being able to actually articulate a point and meaning in having a conversation. When you can do those things, which is a art, especially in the day of text messaging, like women today love to text. And if I'm actually interested in you or going to fuck with you, like you literally have to be able to talk on the phone because the things that are said tell you a story about who the person is. The things that are text, like that's just text. It's just bullshit. Anything can be lost in translation, but you truly understand the meaning behind words and hearing voice and inflection and tone, and it's a huge difference. Yeah, it's a huge difference.
They were saying it was like what, more than 70% of you know, when we are talking to somebody, their body language is what's telling us everything we need to know. So we're picking up on that first and foremost.
If I were to take you on a date, like I know if I can close the deal or not on the first night, just by if a woman's if you're playing with your hair, the way when a woman wants to kiss you, she's looking at your lips. You just got to pay attention. She's gonna keep looking at your mouth. When you start playing with your hair or you start touching me, you've already broke the feel barrier, which means you want to be close to me. So the more you touch me opens the door to the more that I can touch you. And then if I start touching you and you're very open to that and move closer, get closer, do anything, oh yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. By the end of the night, I'm going to know what you taste like.
But see, Are you a fuck on the first date type of person, or does it depend on the person?
So it depends on the person, but by longest relationships, we fucked on the first night. My
I've had
shortest
that
relation,
too.
my
Yeah.
shortest relationships are the ones where actually either I made them wait or they made me wait.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But see, women, I say this to women all the time. One, you know if you want to fuck me within the first 10 or 15 minutes. So you already know what you want. So now the rest of it is really just game.
Yeah.
And when you go out of your way to say, "Oh, I'm going to make you wait," now I know it's just for you. It's not anything real.
True.
It's not organic.
But you know those like toxic, and yeah, I'm gonna call it toxic. Those like Fit and Fresh podcasts and the other ones. I don't even know the names of them, but they're like, if you fuck on the first date, you're a slut. Da da da. We've been so conditioned to think that you can't act this way. You can't act this way. Men are gonna see you as the slut if you do this. That.
But
we
so
don't want.
I
fuck
would
on the
say
first
watch
date, so they
Fresh
don't
and
think
Fit
that
and the
we're,
whatevers,
you know.
because no, this is the thing. They don't say that. The crazy part about it is women
They
call,
do say it though.
women call you sluts more than men do. And the
I beg to differ in my DMs. Okay.
the reason, well,
I
okay,
have a lot
so
of experience. With
okay,
this.
now those are emotional girl boys is what I call them, because
They're just boys.
yeah, they're just fucking being little bitches. Okay, and oh, you're doing this and you're doing that.
Yeah.
But if you actually listen to men in the way, we can't call you a hoe or a slut or any of that shit, because we're the ones fucking you. Like, if you're a hoe, I'm a hoe maker.
Thank you. Can you tell that to the rest of men?
Again, but I say this all the time. If you're the hoe, I'm the hoe maker.
I
Who's
know.
fucking you?
I know.
Like, I'm fucking you.
I wish
can't-
the rest of the world would know.
I can't fuck you and then call you a hoe, because it's like I benefited from that shit. Good.
Say that again for the men in the
Be
back.
my fucking hoe. As a matter of fact, can you please always be my hoe? Like, be my hoe, be my hoe, be my hoe, be my hoe.
And see, I don't think there's anything wrong fucking on the first date, but I have had men literally tell me, "Well, if you're fucking trying to fuck on the first date, that makes you a slut." And I've told them before, I don't think so, only because I know myself personally. If I'm not sexually compatible with you, I'm not going to waste my time, because I know for a fact we're not going to satisfy each other. So I'd rather know before I'm going to pour more time and effort into it, you know?
This is my thing. I might
I think
fuck
that's
you.
fair.
I'll fuck you on the first night, and then we can not do it for like the next 3 months if you want to. But I need the fitment test.
You need to know.
I need
the
to
trial.
see. I need to see how it fits. I need to see how it feels. I need to see how it tastes. Like, we need to get certain things out of the way.
True.
Now, if all of that, if we're compatible in that manner, then now we can go. Let's go. Yeah, shit. I already know
Right.
pussy's good. I can.
Now we can learn the rest.
we can do all the other shit.
No, it's true, but for women, I've told girls this too. I'm like, the way a man treats you in the bedroom can actually show you a lot about how he respects you and how he was raised and how he's going to treat you, if you know what to look for and if you know the signs. And some girls are like, huh? What?
Well,
I'm trying to explain this to them, but I'm like, it's true, and
say-
that's why I like to do that.
I say this too. If he's a passionate lover, you know what your future is going to look like. Okay? If he's just in there and you know, like, he's just in there and he's just on some beat it up, getting in and getting out, like, that's your future. That's also your relationship. Like, he probably
Right.
just got it in and he's getting out.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's so many different
lot
things.
to it.
Like, we as men don't hide anything. We tell you exactly who we are, and we show you. A lot.
I would say you show us, but don't always tell us.
Well,
we have to find out.
We tell you through our actions.
Yes. You
Right
tell us through your
now,
actions.
we
I agree,
lie to
for
you
sure.
because, unfortunately, as much as we, if every man walked into you and was like, I just want to fuck you, right? You're gonna be like, okay, and not happening, motherfucker. It doesn't matter how good he looks.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll be like, well, I'm in the mood and he's actually attractive, so go ahead and, yeah, you can fuck me tonight. But if that were happening, like, on a regular basis, no. Like, that's y'all would be so turned off, like, you would probably never, ever have sex. Whereas the slogan, when men lie, women buy, it's there for a reason. Women hate the dating or courting portion with me, because it's like, So like, tell me who you are. Tell me what you do. Tell me what kind of woman you. I'm not telling you anything. I will show you everything, but I'm not like you want me to sell you a dream because like every man promises you moon, stars, all this bullshit, and then they all come up short. Now
would agree.
you want me to do that where I'm like, I'd rather just show you exactly what it is you're gonna get, what it's gonna be like, etc. But you actually have to like put in the time and work the same way that I do.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Why don't you actually stick around and find out?
I would stick around and find out. I think the only time that we need men to tell us is because women are such, and they did a study. So women's brains are our prefrontal cortex, to be specific, and the part where our emotions come from, which is back here.
My mom was a neurophysiologist at EEG
I told you I get into this nerd
so
shit.
I know the brain very well.
Are more active than men on a daily basis.
Correct. That's why they say that you guys mature faster, but it's not even the fact that you guys mature faster. It's your
it develops quicker on a biological standpoint.
Yes.
And so I wouldn't say like, oh, all women are more mature than men. No, definitely not. There's a lot of nurture versus nature that plays into that as well. But besides the point, I think women overthink a lot. And so for us, if we're looking at a man and he's silent, that silence can tell us a lot. And we're going to overthink the shit out of that. So if I am asking a guy, hey, what are you thinking? Tell me. I need to know. Otherwise, I'm going to create 500 scenarios.
I am the king of silence. Let's say you're my girl and you lived here right now, right? Mm-hmm. I can sit and not say shit to you all day. And the thing about it is, I'm in the happiest place in the fucking world.
I know you guys can. I've experienced it.
And then, like, the crazy part is, here you'll come. What's wrong, babe? You haven't said anything to me all day. You haven't.
Are you mad at me?
And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, no, shut the fuck
up. That's how we are.
Like, I'm in my happy place. As a matter of fact, what you don't even realize is I'm in my head. I'm already like putting this fucking vacation together. When your punk ass walked out the room, I booked this. I did this. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
Leave. Can you get some business? Leave. Go somewhere. Go do something. Where's some fucking friend? You got a friend? You're fucking up my zone.
I had an ex like that where he literally told me, find a girl to go play with because I can't take this. He was like, you are too much energy. I just want to sit here in silence. He was like, you need someone to play with. And I did exactly that. I found a girl to play with, and he'd be like, thank God.
And see,
like,
now this is why I say I'll probably have 2 to 3 wives. You know why? Because when it's one man and one woman, you're going to drive me nuts. And all women do this to their men. You drive us nuts because you don't have that. You want a man to meet you at your emotional level. And we're not even wired that way.
No.
So you need a friend, a sister wife, a girlfriend.
I'm not gonna say sister wife, but yes, you need friends.
That
you need a hobby.
That you can fucking like rely or relate to. And the reason I say like, well, 2 wives would work out better is because one, now when you have 2 women that have common ground, you're usually going to be the same type of female. You're going to be very feminine. You're going to be very, like, low-key relaxed in life. Mm-hmm. You're living your purpose, and you have a man that's actually there, like, safety, security, giving the structure, doing, like, he's truly leading his home.
Yeah.
You get to go out and actually truly enjoy life, and you have your best friend to do it with. And it's not some random, because I look at a lot of women, and if you look at, unfortunately, a lot of you guys' relationships, y'all shit is ups and downs. She was here for these 7 years, 8 years. Very few women actually have like their best friend that they've had friends with forever. Because a lot of them, the number one thing women complain, I can't trust that bitch.
But that's like, again, I think it's like, if you are surrounding yourself with other moral people and have good, standards and boundaries, and you're taking care of yourself emotionally, you're not going to be giving into those societal standards.
But how many people do that?
I don't know, but I seem to. I surround myself with good people.
See, and I surround myself with good people too. But at the end of the day, going back to what I said earlier, it doesn't matter who you surround yourself with. you're still gonna drive me fucking crazy. Cause I'm gonna be sitting here like in my silence, putting shit like for whatever, whether it's our financial. Cause me personally, cause I can only speak for myself.
Mhm.
I'm a very calculated person. I think about my future. I think about finances. I think about what I need to do for my kids. I'm putting these things in motion as I do these things.
Right.
At any given time, you see all these damn folders on the top of my screen. Any given time, I'm jumping in a different, like I have my financial folders, I have my business folders, I have my bullshit folders, my shopping folders. I have all these different things that are up here that I'm meticulously taking care of one thing at a time. And then all of a sudden, like, here you come with you haven't talked to me. What I've actually done is put everything in place to make sure, like, the next week, every bill's paid, this is done, like, and I'm really thinking about taking you to go do this at this point in time.
No, I can admire that. Yeah.
And that's the nuances of relationships where they don't last or they don't make it because she's not taking the time to understand her man.
Right.
And as men, like we have to understand you. That's why we can ask you out and talk to you and get to where we get to where we're even in a relationship with you. Because if we didn't understand you, how the hell can we hunt you? Because that's really what we do. You're the prey, we're the predator.
Right.
If we don't understand you, we don't get you. So now what we have to do is we have to play the dance of the emotional combat that you're about to fucking hit us with and go, okay, how's she fucking feeling now? What the hell's going? What now we're sitting here thinking, because we're avid problem solvers. How do I fix whatever I just fucked up? Wait, what did I do?
But you know what? The right woman will be worth all of that because she's adding to your life just as much. You know?
Correct. She's adding pussy every fucking night. Let's go.
Not just that, but yeah, that's a big part of it. Yeah.
Can you cook?
Yeah. I went to culinary school, remember?
Yeah, I know, but
I was a chef for 5 years.
but you said you were also doing more of the pastries. You were more buns and
I went to culinary school.
True, but
I graduated. You don't even know what a serve safe is, probably.
well, as a matter of fact, I worked for John Q. Hammonds. I did that for 2 years. Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I signed my deal at work. I was
What the fuck you mean? Can you cook?
the lead chef. Well, I can't be saying shit. The moment you tell a woman, "Oh, I used to be a chef," what? I'm never cooking for you. I can't even be in your. I have to actually. Every woman that I've been with in like a long-term relationship, I had to teach them how to cook.
Honestly, that's just a generational thing, though. Now,
Again, I'm old too.
Nobody
so.
knows how to cook or work on cars or do anything now. In fact, my generation, I think we were literally the beginning because I'm millennial. I'm the last year of millennial, right? 1996. I don't think they know how to do shit. They just stopped learning. Parents stopped teaching. Social media took over. You got the tablet.
Well, I was going to say,
now too.
it's not that parents stopped teaching. Those parents at the time were preoccupied. We had, and I know because in 1996, September 96, I turned 17.
Mm-hmm.
Sega Genesis, Sony PlayStation, Super Nintendo, Neo Geo. You had then also still Nintendo. The days of going outside had disappeared. Gangster rap was the shit at that point. It was we had Freaknik. Sex became extremely no longer taboo. Sex was actually starting to be shown on TV. You had Skinamax then and HBO After Dark. All the changes of the fucked up society that we have today, it actually started in the 90s.
Yep.
So, but what happened is, people were then able to they were occupied. Whereas prior to that, they weren't occupied.
Yeah.
We didn't have any. There was. In the 80s, there was nothing to do. Go outside and play.
It wasn't the convenient technology it is now. So
Technology changed everything.
Everything.
For the good and the bad.
absolutely.
When we talk about male and female dynamics, the number one thing that we can say, what's the one thing that changed that got us to where we were more than anything? And the answer will always be technology.
Mm-hmm.
The moment technology where people had access to more people. So when you had a thought process and you could find someone else that you felt like had your thought process, it allows you to become more open about your shit. Because now you're no longer alone.
Very true.
Bad part about it is some of the shit that people talk, you probably should have just kept it in your fucking head. You didn't need to say shit.
That's a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of people. Even sometimes the things I say, I'm like, I hope everybody takes my sarcasm well. Because I'm a very sarcastic, loving person. But everything can always be taken the wrong way by someone.
Again, that's where I have to be that's why I said I get myself in trouble because I say shit.
Right.
And people don't understand that I'm really either just talking shit or being sarcastic, or it's just like, I'm fucking old. We flirt with people. Shit, that's how we let you know, like, you're our friend. We fucking say off the wall candid shit. It doesn't always mean that it's something crazy. It's just what we did.
Yeah.
It's like dating today. This fucking chick will hit me up and I'll flirt with her. Oh my God, I can't believe you went there. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot we're in 2023.
Oh my
like
gosh.
in 1996, I could be like, damn, you look good in those jeans. She's like, thank you. Like, we could flirt with each other, but we knew how to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Communication is so gone today that,
it's
oh, you're a weirdo. I can't believe you said that. Oh, I gave you a compliment, lady. Chill out.
Yeah, communication is definitely falling through.
Trying to get somebody's phone number in fucking Walmart, and they're like, oh, that's weird. That makes me go, okay. Yep, might as well let me evacuate the area. She seems to think that I'm some kind of crazy man or something.
But you know what? I do love technology for things like that video that I'm going to copy right now. That little girl who wants to pet this bear, and she goes, can I pet that dog?
That's hilarious. But she said, can I pet that dog?
I'm going to pet your dog before
Can I pet that dog?
I'm going to pet your dog before I leave today, but can I pet that dog? It's one of my favorite videos.
Gigi's amazing. You'll love her.
I have to pet her. I got to pet all the dogs.
I'm a dirty dog. Well, see, this was fun.
Fun.
I told you was going to come on and have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
I got another one of you showing up tomorrow.
Oh, gosh.
I think her name is Addison. I think she's tomorrow.
Addison.
Yep, Addison. She's in the porn industry, too. I don't know how that happened either. It was like, so Vet Doll, she is a playmate.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bree, she's a playboy. Like, both of these are just random playboy playmates.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think from her, then, Liz, who didn't show up last night, then you, then Addison, and then Diana. So, like, this is like my sex week. Apparently.
We're all the October spooky friends.
Yeah, and then Friday actually got changed. She's a model,
mm-hmm.
but she does things a little differently. I think she does OnlyFans too, but her father passed away, so I rescheduled her.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for I'm gonna have your ass back.
And I was only 4 minutes late, so
True.
I showed up.
This is my thing. It's being late doesn't. I'm just never late, and then I do have like people that really are there at exactly 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a certain window, and you see all these lines and shit. of people that come and go and come and go and come and go,
Right.
right? And they sit there and they wait. And then all of these different platforms has a schedule thing too. So when it's late, I then have to like put it out there. I don't know why I chose 6 o'clock, but it's turned out to be fucking amazing
Yeah. It's a
during
good
the
time.
week. So I don't really care about it too much because I'll just throw on, like I did, throw on my little flyer thing and play some music for the first couple of minutes. But at least they know we're going live.
Yeah.
Like at least they know we're gonna have a show.
And it was great.
And I don't really call this a podcast. I call it a TV show because I run it more like a TV show than a podcast. I actually, as you see, this was a real interview, and then we just slowly creep over to like real conversation, like we're at like we're on like Jimmy Kimmel or some shit.
And it is kind of like that.
So I like that. I like to. That's pretty much so. If I'm watching the news every day, I want to go watch the news every day at 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So I try to keep as close to my schedule as possible because the viewers, and whether you know it or not, this is the crazy part. So like right now, yeah, we're probably dealing at like 300 or 400 different views between all the platforms. And about a week, it like goes fucking crazy. I don't know why.
We'll have to see.
So, yeah. And when you start to go viral and shit, then I just start sending out like, if you got something, you probably want to start posting right now, because I hashtag the fuck out of you. And TikTok and Facebook is where it goes.
Yeah,
nuts.
TikTok's a big one.
Yeah. So,
Very cool.
thank you, little Miss Lady Ma'am. Any last words you'd like to say to the wonderful people?
I would say, if anything, walk away with that knowledge that love others. You know, not the whole be kind, because you can be kind to anybody, but no, like love others. You know, make the world a better place.
Good job. Appreciate it. Lady in red.
Lady in red.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, make sure you tune in Monday through Friday for therapy session. Monday through Friday, we got therapy session at 6 p.m. Friday is Friday Night Live at 9 p.m. Followed Sunday with Sunday Night Live at 8 p.m. All shows have guests, and starting on November 1st, we are doing couples therapy. I'll make sure tonight I put that in there so you guys can see that. And we already have 4 couples 100% set up to be on the show. And I might have a very, 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 very special guest. A young lady is flying in from Colorado for next month's show. And then another young lady in the fitness industry coming all the way from California. If you haven't done so, go over to hustlefit.com. Get your merch as well as your clothing line, men's, women, and children's clothing. Also, if you have your own brand event coming up and you need merch, let me know. We do custom clothing here. Anything you can think of, any concept, I can do all of it. Definitely want to say thanks for tuning in to another episode of No Cap Reacts Therapy Session. I'm your man Bailey, a.k.a.